Red Devil football is live for the 2018 season on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Catch every regular season and postseason contest right here at your home for Red Devil sports. With the opening kickoff quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage. Welcome to the Red Devil pregame show here in Week 2 as the Evanston Red Devils will take on the Riverton Wolverines on the road. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight, but leading you up to it, we have a great pregame show. You're listening to Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
We are looking ahead to tonight's matchup in this segment of the pregame show. We'll let you know how we see things when we come back as we set the scene for tonight's game. You're listening to Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
Not a whole lot of excitement here in Week 1 in 3A football. All the favorites prevailed, and only one game, that was Worland's 14-7 win over Powell, was within a single score. So really, it's no surprise that as we head into Week 2, there's been no adjustments in the top 5. You got Cody number 1, Star Valley number 2, Torrington 3rd, Green River 4th, and then there's Douglas standing in the number 5 spot. This contest features two teams outside of the top 5 here in Riverton tonight in a non-conference matchup. Evanston beat Rawlins 35-7 Week 1 on the back of 215 yards and 2 touchdowns by senior tailback Tyus Cornea. The Devils put up over 370 yards of offense between the run and the pass and came away with their first home opening victory since 2015. Penalties were almost non-existent for Evanston, but they did turn the ball over 4 times. It certainly wasn't a flawless victory with those turnovers considered, but a few adjustments here and there, and it may not be long before the Red Devils are starting to garner attention on a statewide level. Riverton, on the other hand, they're trying to survive this non-conference schedule. A 38-0 loss on Week 1 to Cody was really overshadowed by a couple of injuries. Lineman Kyle Yellowbear landed awkwardly on his ankle after a block kick last week, and he's out tonight. That's a two-way lineman, both on the offensive and defensive line. Starting tailback Cade Campbell was also injured in that Week 1 game and is awaiting a diagnosis following an MRI on his knee. They fear it could mean the end of his season. Conference play for both these teams will begin in Week 4, but tonight we have East versus West in Riverton hosting Evanston. Last year, we were here Week 1 as Riverton hosted Evanston, and the Red Devils got a season-opening victory to break a 10-game losing streak, 28-1 over the Wolverines. There's similar casting characters, particularly on the quarterback side, Seth Lloyd for the Red Devils and Trayton Paxton for the Riverton Wolves. Tyus Cornea, of course, returns too on the running side of things. And Cade Campbell was primed to be a first-year starting running back after being a starting offensive lineman a year ago, but he is out for Riverton. And, of course, that great line of receivers that they've had the past several years to lead 3A in air yards has mostly been graduated, and there's quite a bit of turnover there. Let's take a look at some other games going around in 3A tonight. Worland is hosted by number 1 Cody, that game kicking off at Salem. All right, kicking off at 7 p.m. Number 2 Star Valley is at Sugar City, and that is Sugar Salem, Idaho. First meeting between those two teams. Gering, Nebraska is being hosted by number 3 Torrington. That game also taking place at 7 p.m. First meeting between these two teams since 2008, with Gehring on a 9-game winning streak against Torrington. Rollins, after the 35-7 loss last week to Evanston, is back in on the I-80 tour at number 4 Green River. That game at 7 p.m. Number 5 Douglas was at Hot Springs. That game kicked off at 6 p.m. We'll take a look and see if there's an update for that by the time we get to kickoff here at Riverton Wolverine Stadium. Lander is at Powell. That's at 7 p.m. as well. And number 2A Pinedale is at Jackson. That game at 7 p.m. Two teams last played each other, that being Pinedale and Jackson, in 1982. Jackson going back quite a ways. Winners of the last 9, the last Pinedale win coming in 1960. Kickoff for here, scheduled for 7 p.m. tonight in Riverton. It's Evanston versus the Wolverines here in Week 2 on the 3A schedule on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Forming a relationship with Trona Valley at an early age is a wise choice. We believe that learning money management skills at a young age can help set a better foundation for establishing good financial habits. Money management skills are important for financial success, whether saving or borrowing. Trona Valley offers youth loans to members under the age of 18. Our loan options are perfect for kids. They can learn the basics of borrowing, which includes interest, terms, and payments. If there are any questions along the way, we can help. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazin's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazin's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazin's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Welcome back to Red Devil pregame coverage leading up to a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight here in Riverton. Coming up, we will catch up with Red Devil head coach for the golf team, Jerry Carroll. The varsity golfers were in Laramie yesterday and today trying to get ready for next week's state tournament. We'll hear from him and his reasoning for sending them to Laramie when we come back on this Red Devil pregame show on KNY and 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
With Jerry Carroll, and we're almost out of golfing season, so you had one meet last week where it was all the teams minus one big one, Kelly Walsh, that you wanted to see, but you got to see a lot of the big teams. Now you're headed off to Laramie for another big meet. First, let's go back to what happened at Rock Springs and how you felt about how your girls and boys performed.
You know, on day one at Rock Springs, I thought our boys did a nice job. The conditions were tough. The wind was up, new course, and I think our kids had a little bit of nerves going against better competition that they were seeing that week. But we shot a 332. It put us in second place, 2 strokes out of first place. So everybody had the same problems under those conditions, and our top 4 kids were all within 4 strokes of each other. Anytime they do that tells me that that's how that should be played. I was disappointed in the second day, and just in the fact that we shot a higher score. Everybody but one person scored lower. They all improved. But the one person that took the high score was 12 strokes above what they'd done before. And anytime you take those 12 strokes, it just knocks you out of contention. My kids, if we're going to win a state championship, the highest score we can take is an 8, 81, 82.
On your girls' side, you had Kira Spanenberg continuing to swing away and get to go up against some pretty good competition, something she's been waiting to get a chance to do. How did she turn out?
Kira Spanenberg, again, was on the very first day. She was tied for first place with an 84, which was a great score under the conditions. The second day, she shot an 89 and knocked her back down into fourth. So she's got to rise to the challenge of that better competition. She putted poorly. She says, I hit the ball well. I did everything I was supposed to. I just putted poorly. And you know what? Sometimes you have difficulty with speed, and there's reasons. I think there's a little bit of nervousness there, and you're trying to win. And that's one of the reasons. We were scheduled to either go to Star Valley or Green River this week, and I felt, we probably need another chance at a little tougher competition. So our varsity is going to Laramie to get another look at those folks. And I'm sure not all of them will be there, but there'll be more that we haven't seen. And I think that'll be better for these crew. And our JV, it gives every one of our other kids a chance to go to a varsity meet and go against the Rock Springs, Green River, Kemmer at Green River.
The Laramie thing, the Thursday, Friday meet, like you said, the week before state, I did not have that on my plan, so when I heard you say that, I thought, well, was I missing something? But it was really a result of you getting ready for state and thinking these guys need a little bit more of a look at some of the top-level competition.
That's exactly what we wanted to do, and luckily we were okay to go do that. It's going to be tough. We're going to load them all in one Suburban. I don't even know if we can fit. But that's part of it is, hey, we got to go see this, and we'll take a Suburban and drive up there, and it starts early in the morning on Thursday. And so I'm always excited. I like going, number one, I like going back to Laramie. I like the University of Wyoming and getting that opportunity to be back in where I lived for a little while and see the university. But it was all about the kids getting another look at better competition.
Where is the course at?
It's Red Jacoby. It's if you've never been there, it's just on the, let me see which side. It's on the east side of town right there. It actually has student housing around it, and things are starting to build around it. And like I said, I actually lived one block away from it when I was going to school there. So I like going back. I hope it's in great shape and that our kids play well.
And are you splitting? Is Coach Robinette going to be in charge of the JV in Green River?
Coach Robinette is going to Green River with the younger kids, and we told them this. We expect them to go and win that tournament. So we hope that they go and have a good tournament, and those young kids have a chance at, for them, a little better competition.
Good luck to you. Good luck in the Suburban, getting to and back from Laramie as we get ready for state. And good luck to the JV as well, as they will be playing at the varsity level.
Hey, thank you. We've had a great season so far, and we looked and we hope to finish strong. That's our deal. We really hope to finish strong, and we appreciate what everybody's done for us, especially the Purple Sage Golf Course and Scott and Jeff. They've done a great job, and we've appreciated that. And so here's all I can say is go Red Devils.
Thank you to Jerry Carroll, and to the Evanston golfers, we say good luck next week at state. Next up, we will visit with the coaches of tonight's team on the Pat Fackrell pregame coaches show. You're listening to Red Devil pregame coverage on KNY and 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
I
think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Nobody sees the game the same way as the coaches do. When we come back, we will take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Pat Patterson of the Riverton Wolverines, and then we will talk to Red Devil head coach Pat Fackrell to get his thoughts. You're listening to Red Devil pregame coverage on KNY and 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com. If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today. Jake Hibbert joined by Riverton head coach Pat Patterson. Last week's game for you, Coach, was unfortunately kind of a hard one to endure. You had to take on the defending champs in week one, and you kind of took your lumps. But coming into this week, where do you think that your team is ready to make improvements?
Well, I look at our schedule, and it doesn't get much easier. We got Evanston this week, who dropped down from 4A, and they're going to be tough. And then next week we get to play Star Valley, another team that was state semifinalist last year. So, I need to make sure I got to figure out who's doing the scheduling and have a meeting with them and maybe put some money in their pockets or something, because it seems like every year we get this same kind of thing. We get, everybody we play was a playoff team from last year or, state semifinalists. So, we're trying to make it through our non-conference schedule as healthy as we can. We got kind of beat up last week. So, we got to do a better job of finishing. We moved the ball, I felt, against Powell. We had a good kickoff, against Cody. Had a really good kickoff to return to start the game, and then, a tackle for a loss and a blown assignment, and all of a sudden, we're fourth and short and drop a ball in the end zone. Sometimes we just can't get out of our own way, and then we moved the ball down the field again and had the ball in, inside the 40. We were at like the 33 yard line fumble. We fumbled twice. let's see, we had a fumble on the 30 going in. We had a fumble on the 15 going in. We had a blocked field goal attempt. We missed a field goal attempt. It was wide. And we had scoring opportunities throughout the game. We just didn't finish, and so we're going to have to do a better job of that.
You bring up the silver lining in this, which is that these first few games are your non-conference schedule. The downside is that you have to try to survive and stay healthy, and that game counts in your overall record, but it doesn't mean much at all when it comes to your playoff positioning. Out of that week one, are you looking to clean up maybe penalties or turnovers or something along that line?
It's to me, it's finishing. When we get a chance to score, when we get in, across midfield, we need to finish. We need to come away with points. And we weren't not able to do that last week, And some of that was due to injuries. We had some kids get, banged up. We lost our starting tailback. We lost our, our starting, and outside linebacker. And we lost our, starting tackle and D-tackle. We lost a couple of kids for at least a couple of weeks, maybe longer. Who knows? And then we had some other kids, get a shoulder and a hip, and they're out for the game. And that puts a wrinkle in things. Now you're having to sub in. We got down to the end of the game, and I look out there, and we've got sophomores playing everywhere. And as a varsity squad, we're playing Cody, the defending state champions, with our JV. But it's a good experience for those young kids. And so when we get later in the season, I think it's going to help us, I hope.
You have a fine quarterback who led the top passing attack in 3A last year, and you have a pretty big offensive line protecting him. As your season goes on, do you think that line will be a strength of yours?
It should be. We are big. When we lost the biggest kid out of that group, and maybe the best one out of that group. He sprained his ankle pretty bad, so he's out at least another week. So he won't play this week. And then, of course, our tailback. But, we've got a big group of sophomores. They're a bunch of really big kids, but they're inexperienced and just haven't quite picked up the varsity level of competition yet. So I hope that as the season wears on, that we'll have some kids step up. We've been blessed with really, really good receivers. We've had all-state quarterbacks the last 3 years, but we've also had all-state receivers. That helped make that guy look good. This year, we dropped, against Cody, we dropped a touchdown pass, two touchdown passes, and, had another couple of drops in the open field on just regular passes, and we dropped 2 easy picks. That both of those drives ended in touchdowns for them that we should have had a turnover. Hit our DB right in the hand. So we've got to clean things up, and we've got to play better, and we've got to take advantage of opportunities. I was really, really proud of our younger kids and how they played. They stepped up and came in and played hard and held their own. And we just got to have our playmakers make plays.
Coach Patterson, thank you for joining us, and good luck as you go throughout your season.
Thank you.
That was head coach Pat Patterson of the Riverton Wolverines. We're getting closer to tonight's 7 p.m. kickoff. You're listening to the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show. Stay tuned. We'll visit with the head coach himself in a moment. This is Red Devil pregame coverage on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Uintah County School District No. 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District No. 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District No. 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515. If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up, the rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
We're almost ready for tonight's kickoff. Up next, we will visit with Red Devil head coach Pat Fackrell. When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
1-0 is the way you want to start the season. Not the perfect game, but with a little bit of time removed to step back and look at the game as a whole. Evaluate your team's performance against Rollins in week 1 of the football season.
We ran the ball well. Really, we threw the ball. We probably could have thrown it more. We didn't really need to because we run the ball so well. We made a few mistakes in our passing game, but on the same end, I appreciate the fact that we were pushing the ball a little bit, kind of, going for the throat, trying to put that dagger into a team. And they were easy things to clean up on Monday at practice. Those were things we came back and fixed. Defensively, I was really impressed with our pursuit to the football. It seemed like we always had guys, a lot of people rallying to the football. We did miss some open field tackles, and again, things that we could come back into practice this week and work on.
Just like last year, you were on the road to Riverton. I'm joined by Pat Fackrell, Evanston Red Devils head football coach. It was a sizable win last year, not a blowout by any means, but I think it was 21 or 22-7, something in that neighborhood. And they are coming off, Riverton is, of a big blowout against a very good team in the state champions. And so, coming onto their home field, they're going to be looking for a little bit of vengeance. And on your guys' side, you're looking to a little bit continue and build upon the momentum you've had. What have you been focusing on this week?
Well, the biggest focus is, we want to be 2-0. Right now, I think all levels of our program are playing good football. They're doing the right things, and they're doing our things. So we just want to kind of continue to build and get better each game. Riverton's got they're very big up front. They got a good quarterback, a few skill guys. And so, you just want to go in there and play your best and throw your chips down, and I think we'll be okay.
You knew you were going up against a run-heavy and a misdirection sort of team with a double-wing front that Rollins had. With Trayton Paxton at quarterback, he's a throw and run possibility. Are there similarities that you can take from your team's ability to stay at home last week into this week when it's a different look, but you also have to be worried about that quarterback taking off and running?
Absolutely. He's a great quarterback, and Coach Patterson does a wonderful job of getting his kids ready and the schemes that they have. And that is kind of the big thing, is he can throw the ball, and he throws it a long ways down the field. He scrambles in the pocket and makes time for his receivers to get open, and he's been able to get that thing down the field.
up front, they're just ginormous. And so, we have to get some pressure on them, try to not run into those guys. And it is, when they run a lot of zone read, a lot of counter, and so we have to have backside, outside backers staying home and secondary staying deep. And so it's a disciplined game, and so we have to be disciplined this week.
Last week you brought up after the win 3 offensive and defensive linemen that were performers, starters, and seniors on that team. Looking at the defensive line, you were rotating a lot of guys in and out of there, not just Bridger, Brendan, and Ethan Moore. You had some other guys in there that I didn't necessarily know coming in. How did you feel about that rotation of D linemen?
Well, and it was kind of our goal, is because they're such a power run team, we didn't want to get fatigued up front, and we felt like if we could kind of swarm them with numbers, Micah Cox, was able to get in there and make some plays. Eric Orozco was able to get in there. Bryson Davis, Mason Erickson. So we threw a lot of numbers at them, and for us, we just wanted to get some penetration, and hopefully that is something that we'll be able to continue going through the season, is getting a lot of numbers, especially at that defensive line, because on the offensive side of the ball, it's they have to be. It's a mental game there too, and so we'll just kind of keep working and trying to keep guys fresh out there.
Coach Fackrell, thank you.
Thank you very much.
This has been the Pat Fackrell Pregame Coaches Show. We're almost ready for tonight's kickoff. When we come back, we will give you starting lineups for both teams. This is Red Devil pregame coverage on KNY and 99.1 FM with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken...
Welcome back to Wolverine Stadium, where we are having the Wolverines announced for starters, and I have not gathered who won the coin toss yet, but I think it may be with I think Evanston won and deferred. Not sure which side they are defending, but because the Riverton offense is being announced first, that would mean Riverton will receive the opening kickoff as we get a look at that here at Wolverine Stadium. Week 2 of the season. Time to run you for your starters since we have Riverton being announced at the moment. Let's start with the team that will take the ball first at quarterback, a returning starter, number 14, 6 foot, 190-pound quarterback, Trayton Paxton. Went 9 for 19 last week with 72 yards and no touchdowns, no interceptions either. Also a dual threat, a running threat. And the offensive line, Kyle Yellowbear is out for the week at left tackle, so he's replaced, or excuse me, at right tackle, so he's replaced by number 55, Gage Bland. Zane Taylor, a 10-sleep transfer, is in at right guard, 6'6", 260, big-bodied junior. At center, Callahan Healy, 5'7", 210, center, senior as well. Number 50, Leo Riley, is at left guard. He's 5'9", 185 pounds. And is a senior. And at left tackle, number 62, Jonathan Miller, 6'2", 200 pounds, and a senior. Wide receivers, Trey Draper wears number 3, 5'8", 136, sophomore, and Dylan Lang, number 23, 5'8", junior. Both of them with 2 receptions last week in the loss against Cody. Isaac DeVries, the third wide receiver, 5'8" as well, 155-pound senior. Running back with Cade Campbell out, Dawson Lane is the guy that I'm told is in line to take the starting job. 5'10", 150-pound senior. Also taking snaps at running back, Blake Rummery Rico, 5'7", 165, junior. Those are your starters for Riverton. On the defensive side for Evanston, here's what we had last week. It came out and started, so let's say the same thing happens this week with no injuries. At the defensive end positions, Brendan Thompson, 5'9", 195-pound senior, and Jesus Quintero wears number 58, a 5'10", 199-pound junior. At nose tackle, number 75, senior at 210 pounds, Bridger Barker. On the outside linebacking positions, it's a junior, Rigdon Wagstaff, wears number 8, 6 foot, 155, and Tyus Cornea wears number 11, 5'9", 185-pound senior. Riley Griggs and Pablo Escalante man the middle linebacking spots. Griggs wears number 48, Escalante wears number 38, both of them seniors and returning starters for the Red Devils. At cornerback, we have number 16, Chris Perriman, a 5'7", 140-pound senior, and Cody Smith, a 6 foot, 170-pound senior. And the safety positions, Angel Rodriguez, a senior, and David Baxter, a junior, stepping in for the injured senior, Reed Gross, who is out for the rest of the year. And Riverton will kick off, so we'll give you those offensive starters for Evanston as they come out. They announced the offensive starters for Riverton, so after missing the coin toss, one would assume it would be Riverton taking the ball first, but that is not the case. Evanston will receive. Cody Smith, the far man, as well as Angel Rodriguez on the near side, both at about the 5-yard line. Opening kick is a squib right up the middle, fielded at the 30-yard line by Rigdon Wagstaff. Takes it out to the 36, and that's where Evanston will start its first drive. So let's flip over the sheets and give you your starters for the Evanston Red Devils offense. Coming out for a third year at quarterback, it's the senior Seth Lloyd. At running back, Tyus Cornea also seeing time in significant snaps since a sophomore. He wears number 11. The fullback, number 38, Pablo Escalante. The receivers, Rigdon Wagstaff, Cody Smith, and Chris Perriman all see time and will all come out to start off the contest. And a pistol form as we head out. It looks like Riley Griggs is the tight end. Give you your offensive line after this first snaps. Ball set up at the 36-yard line this side of the 50. Seth Lloyd in the pistol form. Escalante to his left. Cornea behind him. Hands off left side to Cornea. Up through the 40, out to the 45, and brought down, but the ball also squirts out. Looks like Evanston dropped back down on it at about the 47-yard line, which would be enough for a first down. Wait for the spot at the 47-yard line. An early fumble by Tyus Cornea, but recovered by the Devils. 1st and 10. Evanston, and give the run of 11 yards to Cornea. 215 yards on the ground last week for Tyus. I formation, have to wait another in the hurry up for those offensive linemen starters. Lloyd under center. Hands off to Escalante, out to the 50, breaks a tackle there, pushes past and down to the 45, and then brought down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 9-yard line, gain of 8 as they mark him down at the 50. Let's give you your starting offensive line for your Evanston Red Devils. At left tackle, it's Ethan Moyer. Left guard is Sean Knighton. At center, it's Brendan Thompson. Jesus Quintero at right guard, and Bridger Barker at right tackle. Go to your Riverton starters momentarily. Pistol form once again. Third play of the offensive drive for the Devils. Handoff to Cornea, out to the right hash mark. Takes a cut at the 40-yard line. First down and more. Pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Another big gain for Cornea. From the 45 to the 33, give him 12 more. 23 yards on 2 carries for Tyus. Zane Taylor, Leo Riley, Rylan Cohen, and Jonathan Miller, your front 4, although they'll usually run with 3. That's the Riverton's defensive side. Caden Werbelow, Brock Hinkle, and Caden Gantenbean. Those are a couple of guys that could be starting at outside or inside with the loss of Cade Campbell. It's going to be by committee, this linebacking crew. And number 18, Caden Pohl. Cornerback, number 14, Trayton Paxton, and number 17, Dawson Lane. Dylan Lang and Isaac DeVries in the defensive back positions as well. First down and 10 for Evanston. Ball marked at the 34-yard line. Umpire signaling back to Cornea, and I think sending him off the field for some reason or another. 10 men on the field. Angel Rodriguez, second string running back and also a slot receiver, will come out. Not sure if there may be a problem with Tyus's helmet is what it appears to be. So 1st and 10 at the 34. Angel, the tailback. Not even a minute gone by in the first quarter, and the handoff goes left side to Rodriguez. Busts through the gut at the 30-yard line, bounces outside to the 25, brought down just a yard shy of it at the 26. 8-yard gain for Angel Rodriguez on his first carry. He wasn't even supposed to be in there. That was Tyus's spot to have. As I see Cornea rushing off and trying to fix the helmet on the sidelines. 2nd down and 2, ball marked at the 26-yard line. 1 minute gone by on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and let's have everyone out there watching to keep your eye out for the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. Angel Rodriguez was the recipient in Week 1 in the inaugural award week for that. Handoff left side to Rodriguez, cuts up to the sideline from the 26. He gains about 5 yards to the 21-yard line. Should be enough for a first down, depending on the mark. Ball marked at the 21. Not sure why they haven't moved the chains yet, unless there's a flag. And there is a flag. False start on Evanston to negate that play altogether. Back them up 5 and replay the down. 2nd and 7 as the play is negated. Repeat the down. Ball marked on the 20, or from the 26 to the 31-yard line. Usually when a play's whistled dead, it doesn't happen like that, but here we are, 2nd down and 7 at the 31-yard line. 10 minutes in the first quarter. Shotgun for Lloyd. Cornea behind him. Apparently got that helmet issue fixed. Takes a pitch out right side. A little bit of space at the 30-yard line. Cuts inside to the 25. Breaks a tackle at the 20. pushing over to the 15, inside the 15, and brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. Another gain of at least 16 for Tyus Cornea and maybe a couple of more. Ball marked at the 14-yard line, 17-yard gain for Cornea after fixing the helmet issue that he had. 3 carries for Tyus and 39 yards. Already from the hash marks. Inside the red zone, first down and 10 at the 13. I formation, Escalante the fullback, Perriman on the right side, Smith on the line to the left. Fullback handoff to Escalante, tries to bully his way up the middle of the line, but finds no room. Maybe a gain of 1. Ball marked at the 11, and they mark him for 2 yards. Second down and 8 on the 11. Escalante and Riley Griggs both out onto the sidelines as Evanston will spread it out on second down at the 11-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side and 1 on the far is Rigdon Wagstaff. Cornea the lone back in the shotgun. Screen pass to Rodriguez. Picked off and dropped. Dropped as a sure steal away and maybe headed for 6. Zane Taylor, the transfer, had it in his hands and it pops right out and falls down harmlessly for Evanston. That would have been Seth Lloyd's 4th interception already of the season and not even 5 quarters of play. But they live to play another down and stay in field goal range. Depending, we have not yet seen Pablo Escalante attempt a field goal on the season. From this point, it would be about a 28 to 29-yard attempt. Third down and 8, Escalante back in at fullback. I formation, 1 receiver on either side. Lloyd takes the snap, fakes a handoff, rolls out to the right side, pressure coming in, out to the sideline, into the hands of Cody Smith. He brings it down, and they rule it a catch. Touchdown, Evanston, 11-yard touchdown with 8:45 left in the first quarter. Seth Lloyd goes from interception to touchdown in a matter of a dropped play by Zane Taylor, and Evanston strikes first 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. First attempt for Seth Lloyd, an incompletion, second a touchdown, and for Cody Smith, that's just his first touchdown and on his 3rd or maybe even 2nd catch of the year. Check that in just a moment. Extra point is up and good by Pablo Escalante. 7-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, brought to you by Justin Dennis. Evanston on top on the road at Riverton Stadium. This is Red Devil Football presented by First Bank on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
An 11-yard reception into the end zone on a draw rollout by Seth Lloyd. Had a tight space to get it into, but found Cody Smith right in the hands. Smith bobbled it a bit as he went rolling down to the sideline and out of bounds. The referee on the near side had a great view of it and ruled it a catch. If this was the NFL or college, we'd be in replay right now and scrutinizing every single frame shot of that play, but that's not the case. This is high school football in Wyoming. There is no replay. That was Cody Smith's 2nd reception of the year, 2nd touchdown as well on 2 receptions of 29 and 11 yards. He's got 40 for an average of 20 yards per catch. Kickoff for the Red Devils. Defending the north end zone, Pablo Escalante boots it to the left side, bounced out at the 15-yard line, may go out of bounds. It's rolling and out. And a penalty on Escalante for kicking out of bounds. A legal procedure will give Riverton excellent field position for their opening drive. Taking a look at the scoreboard. If there's anything wrong with that, got a message from my producer back. Okay, looks like it's going all right. 7-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Riverton coming out for their first drive of the day, led by Trayton Paxton. We ran you through their starters offensively to start off the contest. Let's go through our Evanston Devils one more time. Cornerbacks Cody Smith and Chris Perriman. Safeties David Baxter and Angel Rodriguez. 4 linebackers Tyus Cornea and Rigdon Wagstaff on the outside. Riley Griggs and Pablo Escalante on the inside. And at the line, we'll get to those front 3 or 4 in a moment. Paxton has motion out to the left side. Fakes a handoff, goes out to the right, looking to throw, has a man, but he's incomplete. Intended for number 23. Dylan Lang, the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10, 8:41 left in quarter number 1. Trayton Paxton leading all of 3A in passing yards a season ago. Had a couple of great receivers. Riverton's had prolific wide receivers the last 3 years. Man to my right, Eric Pauley, came in and joined us on the radio at 99.1 FM Wednesday morning with the Red Devil Rundown and talked about Paxton, a fine quarterback himself, a fine dual threat, but without those prolific receivers and great height, namely Taryn Debley at 6'4", or 6'5", lose a little bit, and right now Riverton reeling a little bit, trying to figure out the turnover. 2nd down and 10. Play number 2 for the Riverton offense, losing 38-0 last week to the defending state champs Cody, who look every bit as good as advertised coming into the season. Paxton under center, or in the shotgun once again. Lone back looks like Lane. Blitz coming up the middle from Riley Griggs, rolls out to the left side, has a man at the 40, completed, and goes out to the 42-yard line as he's pushed out of bounds. And coming in with the receiving, Isaac DeVries. Wait for the placement, and it is at the 42-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play on Paxton's 2nd attempt, and expect a pass-heavy offense today with Cade Campbell, the starting running back, going out last week with a possible season-ending injury. Line in, and Evanston jumped on the blitz attempt. Pablo Escalante came into the neutral zone. That's 5 yards and a first down. Evanston, I believe, had 1 penalty last week. Getting a penalty on play number 3 defensively today. Ball marked at the 47-yard line. I formation. Paxton under center, 4 men on the line. Handoff goes right side to Lane. Pushes out to the 50-yard line, trying to get a couple more. Gain of 3 on the run, first of the day for Riverton, and Dawson Lane, your new starting running back for the Wolverines. From what I'm told, Cade Campbell awaiting an MRI and possibly torn meniscus, which would end his season, a short high school season, as I think I see him down on the left side in khakis and on crutches right now on just in front of me. Yes, that is Cade. Has the jersey on, but of course nothing else, out to support his team. Pistol formation, just under 8 minutes to play. Trayton Paxton awaiting the snap. Takes it at the 45, hands off to Lane, straight up the middle on a bit of a delay. Past the 50-yard line and push forward to the 45. 3rd down and manageable after a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Sets up 3rd down and 2. They'll give him 5 on the play, out to the 45. Nothing like Tyus Cornea, but a flag on the play, man, negated it with a hold. Holding on Riverton will take that 5 and negate it and back him up. Yeah, 43 is Bryson Davis. Bryson Davis, your number 43, and as the announcers here were asking me that was me all last week, as no number 43 on the roster. Bryson Davis is on the roster, but he's uncredited with a number, so that is your 43. And he's our student and football player that we'll be talking to at the halftime break. 2nd down and 17 after that backup of 10 yards and effectively 22 with the 5-yard gain negated. Paxton in the shotgun, takes a snap and a quick throw ahead. Intended man was Dylan Lang, and he well underthrew him. And Cody Smith went down to the ground trying to get his feet moving fast enough to come up with what would have been surely a pick 6. 3rd down and 17. Costly penalty for Dawson, for the Riverton offense after a penalty on a neutral zone infraction by Evanston. Gave 5 free yards and a first down. Ball marked at the 40-yard line. They need to get it across the 50 and down to the 43. 7:42 left in the first quarter. Evanston's already struck once. Paxton in the shotgun, lane behind him. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Paxton rolls out to his near side, looks down to Lang, bobbled and possibly picked up by Evanston. At the very least, I think I saw a signaled catch by the referees, and they say Riverton's Dylan Lang came up with it after it was in the hands of David Baxter. The two battled with it down to the ground, and it will be 4th down and about 8 yards to go. Ball marked at the 50-yard line. 4th and 7 on a gain of 10. First tip by Tyus Cornea on the sideline, and then David Baxter had it in his hands. In the end, Lang coming up with his first catch of the day. Riverton opting to punt on 4th and 7. Ball marked right at the 50 and already down 7-0, not wanting to give Evanston easy field position. Angel Rodriguez, your punt returner. High punt, lofting out towards the 25-yard line, going out of bounds just a bit before then, and Evanston will take over at the 27. Angel Rodriguez, your recipient of the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game last week. That coming by way of his special teams duties of kick and punt returning. Did not see much of Rodriguez, and wow, they moved that forward quite a bit more, out to the 32-yard line. Ball went out of bounds a lot sooner than the first referee's eyes said. So Evanston taking over at the 32-yard line. 7:09 left in the first quarter. Single I formation for Seth Lloyd under center. Hand off to Corney up the left side. Cuts through at the 45-yard line. Breaking tackles at the 50. He's all alone, and it will be touchdown Evanston from the 32 all the way home. A 68-yard touchdown run by Tyus Cornea. We have a new leader in the clubhouse for long play of the year. 48 yards was the run he had last week. A 68-yarder on one play, and it's 13-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. I said it was going to be tough for Tyus Cornea to get another 200-yard game out like he had last week, but he is already well on his way. 68 yards plus 39 already puts him at over 100. 107 yards on 4 carries for Tyus Cornea, and a touchdown. Extra point held down and good. 14-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston not even halfway through this first quarter of play, leading by 2 scores on your First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
6:58 left in quarter number 1, and your Evanston Red Devils already trying to go well on their way to 2-0. It's very early, but the early returns say good week of practice and an absolute hoss at running back, which you knew coming in. But Tyus Cornea, 4 carries, 1 touchdown, 107 yards, and a 68-yarder. His season high last year was 71. That's just 3 shy. I believe that 71-yarder came at Powell a year ago. Riverton will take over at the 20-yard line as Pablo Escalante boots it into the end zone. Riverton's offense coming out one more time after a near interception, ended up going for a catch, and then that was a punt as it was still 4th down and 7 to go. A penalty on a neutral zone infraction by the Evanston Red Devils gave Riverton their only first down, but then a holding call on what would have been 3rd and 2 sent it back to 2nd and 17, and that was the drive killer. I formation for Trayton Paxton and crew as Riverton makes its way back out at the 20-yard line. 4-man front for the Devils. Paxton hands off, no, fakes it. Rolling out to the right side, and with a man very deep, he goes into the flats, intended for number 30. Maybe 30, Camden Hinkle, perhaps. Incomplete. And 2nd down and 10. Trey Draper into the huddle as a receiver for Riverton to set up this 2nd down and 10. He'll set up to the far side. 2 receivers out to the near side as well. Jared Lucas joined by Brennan Ebaugh. Pistol form, handoff taken to the near side. Looking out and completed at the 25, pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Pass completed to Jared Lucas. Ball marked down at the 27-yard line. Gain of 7 on Paxton's 3rd completion. Lucas with his first reception of the season. That going for 7. 6:45, the clock is stopped as ball went out of bounds. Draper and Ebaugh, the receivers to the near side, and those are your 2 receivers as it's a 2-back set in the pistol form for Paxton. Blitz coming up the middle from Escalante. Handoff to Lane. Drops out to the outside, pushes his way forward to the 30-yard line, right on the 1st down yardage line. We may have a measurement depending on the spot. They have not moved the chains yet. Ball marked just shy of the 30. Depends on where the yard markers are, all the way down on that far side. 6:31 ruled 4th down and inches at the 29 and 7/8 line. We may have a measurement right now. They will pull it all the way out. It looked like it's just shy of the 30, and if the ball's at the 20-yard line, it should be right at the 30-yard line where the 1st down yardage is. That should be obvious. So, in fact, it is short as the markers do go straight to the 30-yard line. 6:31 left in 4th and inches. An interesting play for Riverton, needing very little yardage, but if they don't get it, if anything goes wrong, already down 2 scores, still not even 6 minutes into the 1st quarter, you give Evanston the ball back with an offense that has been able to shoot its way straight down the field. Riverton is going for it, stuffed up line. 9 men in the box for the Devils. Push forward by Paxton, and the yardage will be gained. A flag coming in from behind. And Brendan Thompson signaling that it's on Riverton. I think he thinks he got held on that play as he was trying to bust through between the center and the left guard. And it is against Riverton, backing them up, negating that 1st down run of 2 yards by Paxton. And here comes a punt we would expect by Riverton. Punt team comes out. Dencher, your punter for Riverton. Foreign exchange student from Denmark. Two returners sent back. Cody Smith at the 46-yard line. Angel Rodriguez moving up to the near side at about the 47. High punt. Dencher gets it away. Sends it off to Cody Smith. He will return at the 47-yard line. Punches his way to the 50 and falls forward to the 48-yard line. Just beyond the halfway mark with 6:02 left in the 1st quarter. Evanston takes over at the 47-yard line for their 3rd offensive drive after 2 scores. A touchdown pass from Seth Lloyd to Cody Smith, followed by a 68-yard run by Tyus Cornea. Nobody's shown any ability to bring Cornea down on any of his 4 runs. Of course, the 68-yarder, that's the big gain one, but prior to that, gains of 11, 11, and 17. I-back formation, 2 receivers to either side of Seth Lloyd under center. Snap at the 47, back to Cornea. Bust through the 45, 40, 35. Brought down, and a little get down on your knees and just try to bring him down at the ankles, and that's about all you can do against Tyus Cornea. A first down nonetheless, and a gain of 12 yards, but stopping a second consecutive touchdown. Riverton on the tackle. Gain of 13 for Cornea. 120 yards on 5 carries. I believe that's 10.5 yards per carry, or 15 maybe. Pass off to Angel Rodriguez on the handoff, out to the 30-yard line on first down, and beyond it down to the 29, going to the right hash mark. Gain of 5 on first down. Rodriguez's second carry of the day. Last week he only had receptions being put out as a slot man prior to the last drive of the fourth quarter when Evanston brought out all of its starters. But out of first a helmet malfunction by Cornea and then a little bit of fatigue after all the runs, Angel seeing 2 carries already. Cornea back in with the I-back formation. Echeverria, your fullback. Hand off to Cornea, right side. Down to the 26-yard line. Spins around, breaks a tackle, loses a little bit of yardage, and a gain of maybe 1 or possibly none. It will be 3rd down and 4 or 5, depending on the mark. Forward progress may put him towards the 28-yard line. And the referees say, no, you moved back, and then got brought down 3rd down and 5. First no gain by Cornea. Chris Perriman, your receiver to the right side. Rigdon Wagstaff to the left, and Seth Lloyd under center, Echeverria fullback, and Cornea the tail. Riley Griggs, your tight end to the left side. Punch out left side on a pitch to Cornea, to the 25, 20, 15, 10. Needs to break 1 tackle and brought down at the 8-yard line on the pitch left from the 29 down to inside the 10-yard line. Ball marked at the 8-yard line. Gain of 21 for Cornea on 3rd down. Air taken out of Riverton's home section already with 4 minutes left in quarter number 1. And in large part due to 141 yards on 7 carries by your senior tailback, Tyus Cornea. 4 minutes left and 14-0 Evanston lead on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. I formation for the Devils. First down and goal at the 8-yard line. Lloyd takes the snap, fakes to the fullback, goes to Cornea. He's stuffed in the backfield, brought down for a loss of 5 yards. Evanston may be well suited to run a drop, or not a draw play, but a little bit of play action here as the line is clearly just selling out, expecting Tyus to get the ball. Brought him back for what ended up being a loss of 4 down to the 12-yard line. 3:20 and counting on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Pistol formation. Escalante to the right of Seth Lloyd. 1 receiver on either side. Rigdon Wagstaff on your right. Handoff to Cornea. Going right up the gut, back to the 10-yard line, looking to center it for perhaps a 3rd down and short try down to the end zone. 3rd and goal at the 10, 2-yard gain for Tyus, and center of the field in between either hash mark. The Devils set up, trying to convert for a 3rd scoring drive in the first quarter. Four receiver set. Cornea the lone back. Man in motion to the right is Angel Rodriguez. Snap to Lloyd. Rolls out to his right side. Pressure coming in. Has a man in the deep corner. Chris Perriman catches it. Got a foot in. And in the back corner of the end zone, touchdown Red Devils for a 3rd time in the same quarter. 2:27 left. A 10-yard completion. And Seth Lloyd is now at 4 touchdowns on the year. It all started with a near interception and could have been a big gain by Zane Taylor, and he just kind of bobbled it and it dropped down. The next play was a touchdown pass for Seth Lloyd, and it's been off to the races for the Red Devils since then. Point after by Escalante, hold by Lloyd down, kick up, and Good. 21-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Still here in quarter number 1 on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football. Live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
In business since 1936, Ellingford Brothers started with 3 brothers building bridges across Wyoming. Over the years, the company has expanded into different aspects tied to construction, including ready-mix, steel fabrication, heavy hauling, hotshot services, and crushers. Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. When it comes to all things construction, come to Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Seth Lloyd with just 2 completions on the day, but both of them touchdowns. First one to Cody Smith, second one to Chris Perriman. 21 yards, 2 of 3 throwing. Not a ton of attempts on the day, and I think it was actually 2 of 4. I missed an incompletion off to the right side. 2:27 left here in quarter number 1. For Chris Perriman, that was his, I believe, first catch of the season. Take a quick look at that. Yeah, he did not get a catch recorded last week. Starting Y-man Pablo Escalante, the kickoff specialist for Evanston, leading the charge. Kicked it into the end zone last time. Set up to boot deep to the south end zone again. A ton of air under it. Will be fielded by 2 men and bobbled at the 5-yard line. Picked up by Lane. He's stopped well short of the 20-yard line. Stuffed down at the 13. In on the tackle was number 43, Bryson Davis. Getting high fives from his teammates. 2:21 left and awful field position, no way to put it other than that for Riverton as they come out on their own 14-yard line. Paxton in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Offensive line trying to get helmets on and out onto the field. Blitz coming in from the right side. Jagger Mitchell coming in, and Dawson Lane takes the handoff. I think it may have been faked, and Paxton is brought down on a designed read option play for a loss of 3, maybe 2 yards. Ball marked just shy of the 12-yard line. Loss of 2 for Paxton. 2nd down and 12. Ball at the 11-yard line. Paxton under center. 2-back formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Handoff to Lane, stuffed in the backfield again and driving back. Number 56, Erica Roscoe with the drive, the big 270-pound nose tackle, pushing that line back. And back-to-back losses as they lose another yard on the carry. Ball back to the 10-yard line. Just 2 yards for Dawson Lane in limited appearances here in this first quarter. Evanston's been controlling time of possession. 1:05 left in the first. 21-0 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 3rd and 13. Blitz from Escalante coming up the left side. Handoff faked. Out to Paxton. Misses on this lane. Threw it inside and nearly picked off by Chris Perriman at the 35-yard line. Intended receiver Damon DeVries. Or Trayson Draper, rather, the intended receiver on that play. 54 seconds is where the clock stops. 4th and 13. Give the ball back to the Devils as Angel Rodriguez, the deep man, and Cody Smith on the near side at about the 50-yard line, set to return. Dencher, the punter. Danish exchange student. Doesn't get much air on it. It won't even make it out to the 50-yard line. Touches down at the 42 and bounces out of bounds on the Riverton near sideline. Evanston already into enemy territory with under a minute to play in the first quarter. As they come out for their 4th drive, you can count how many drives they've had by how many touchdowns are on the board. Ball marked at the 44-yard line. Chris Perriman and Cody Smith, your two receivers. Riley Griggs, the tight end, set up to the right side. Two-back I formation. Escalante and Cornea. Lloyd under center. To the right hash mark at the 45-yard line. First down and 10. Handoff goes to the left. Cornea busts through the 45 and through the line of scrimmage out to the 41, where he's brought down by a little grab of the neck by Zane Taylor. Wasn't letting him get any farther than that. Zane has Cornea, who's a pretty big guy himself, by about 70 pounds. 30 seconds left and a gain of 3 yards. Down to the 41. Second down and 7. 15 seconds left. I formation for Seth Lloyd. Cornea back deep. Handoff to Escalante. Right at the line of scrimmage. He's driven back, maybe for a loss. Couple of guys in on that gang tackle situation. Zane Taylor in on that. Also in Gage Bland. And that's the end of the first quarter. Evanston with 21 on the board, unanswered on Riverton's side. We will switch sides of the field and come back with third down when we return on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazine's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazine's, you'll find great...
Third down and 7 to start quarter number 2. Ball at the 41-yard line. Snap. Back to Lloyd. He rolls out to the left side. Has Angel Rodriguez at the 35. Breaks a tackle out to the 20. Cuts back inside at the 15. First down and more from the 41 down to the 15-yard line. Gain of 20-plus yards for Angel Rodriguez on his first reception of the day. Ball marked right at the 15. So give him 26 yards on the reception. A yak specialist. That's yards after catch. Angel Rodriguez, they set up a lot of screen plays for him. And that one of deliverance into the flats, he was the short man as the defensive backs were pulled a little bit back for Riverton on Cody Smith down deep. Ends up in a gain of 26 for Rodriguez. Third completion of the day for Seth Lloyd, his first non-touchdown. Puts him up to 47 yards throwing on the day. Pitch out right side on 1st and 10. Cut in by Cornea at the 15-yard line, trying to drive his way forward to the 10. Brought down just shy at the 11. Gain of 4 yards for Tyus, who is pushing forward and closing in on 150 yards on the day. 11 carries for Cornea. I have 18 spots in my stat sheet for carries, and with Tyus, I usually end up having to designate a new position on my stat sheet for him because he often goes over that. 20 carries a week ago. Under center, Seth Lloyd in the I formation, hands back to Cornea at the 10-yard line. He drags a man 5 yards down to the 5. Close to a first down, and Zane Taylor on the tackle, but this 260-pound transfer was brought 5 yards by the 195-pound back in Tyus Cornea. $185-pound back. I'm giving 10 pounds to Tyus there. They mark it for 6 for Cornea. 152 yards on the day. I formation, ball marked at the 4-yard line. Snap, handoff right side to Cornea. Busts through, trying to gain some yardage. Gets just one gang tackled at the 3 and pushed back. Riverton stuffing the box, and one of the biggest strengths on this team is their size, putting it to use on the goal line. Third down, and they say 2 yards outside of the goal. Ball marked at the 2-yard line. Take a look at the line. You got 260. had 300 with Kyle Yellowbear, but he's out for the week with a bad ankle. Evanston opts to keep it into the I formation. 3 receivers, though, single back formation with Cornea. Or check that, it is a 2-back formation, no tight end set. Cody Smith, the slot man. Seth pitches out left side to Cornea at the 5, running for the sideline, beats his man into the end zone, went right past Dawson Lane to scamper on into pay dirt, and Evanston leads it 27-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Another touchdown run, this one much less dramatic for Tyus Cornea, just 1 of 2 yards, but it counts all the same, 7 more onto the board, presumably following this extra point by Pablo Escalante. 156 yards for Tyus Cornea and a pair of scores from 68 and 2. 27-0. And Evanston with 10 men on the field trying to figure out their point after protection. Seth ready for the hold. It's down. Kick is up, and through the uprights, Pablo Escalante converts for a 4th time today and a 9th time on the season. 28-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston over Riverton in Week 2. Non-conference play at the 3A level on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Another score added to the board, and Evanston leads it by 4 touchdowns and 4 extra points. Pablo Escalante with a touchback already today. Last drive for Riverton started at the 14 after their 2 deep men both tried to return it. And after that snafu, Dawson Lane will let it sail into the end zone and take the touchback. Riverton coming back out looking for any answers. A former top-rated offense struggling early on in the season. Evanston's defense looking pretty stout, but Rollins was struggling with a new offense a week ago. This time Riverton coming out with a lot of turnover and some injury issues. But nonetheless, the Devils looking good. Here in week number 2, Bridger Barker, the nose tackle, to start the drive in the 3-4 setup for Evanston. Blitz coming from the left side. Rigdon Wagstaff comes in, tries to block the pass from Trayton Paxton, hurries the throw as he tosses it out to the 25, intended for number 7, Isaac DeVries, but goes over his hands and out of bounds. 2nd down and 10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. DeVries out to the sideline after that incompletion. Kind of went through his hands. Brennan Ebach on the outside. 4 receiver set, handoff to Lane. Stuffed right at the point of contact. And Bryson Davis coming down with the tackle and losing his helmet in the process. Junior defensive end has to go to the sideline and reattach the chin straps, but give him a tackle. And 9:18 left. It's 3rd down and 10 on the no gain by Lane. Iba, thank you. Three receivers, pistol form for Riverton. Paxton on 3rd and 10, fakes a handoff, back to throw, has a man deep, but overthrew him. Needed to put it at about the 46, and it went to the 47-yard line. Intended man down deep, number 23, Dylan Lang, and 4th and 10. Punt situation again for Riverton. 8:46 in the second. Dencher the punt man. Rodriguez will field it at the 45-yard line. Muffs it, goes through his hands, and picked up by, I think, Dawson Lane for Riverton. Fumble recovery. Indeed, number 17, Dawson Lane coming up with it. A little bit slow coming up, and he'll head to the sideline. But Riverton with another chance and finally getting the ball beyond the 50-yard line. Lane still slowly walking around, and I think he just maybe has a stinger from the way that he possibly got landed on. He said he's good to stay into the game and will be one of the receivers on the near side. Riverton in those maroon jerseys going from left to right. Ball marked at the 43-yard line to start the drive in Red Devil territory. No, they say it stayed with Evanston, so Evanston with the ball at the 43. My eyes deceived me on that, and that's the disappointment from Lane then, not the injury. First handoff goes to Corney at the 50-yard line, breaks through a tackle, has the ball stripped out of his hands, so the last one could have been a turnover, but this one certainly is. Ball stripped out, barring it being taken out before Corney went to the ground, and I don't think that's the case. The strip fumble by Brock Hinkle. And I think they may just giving it credit to Dawson Lane on the strip. Looked like Hinkle from my vantage point, but Riverton will take over at the 48-yard line, 2 yards shy of the 50. We'll go with Dawson since that was the announcer's call on the strip out. Shotgun for Paxton. 3 receivers bunched up to the near side. 2 behind the line. Man in motion to the left. Blitz coming in from the right side. Paxton rolls out to his right, has pressure, and he throws it away as looked like Micah Cox was coming in. Double check that right now. Mason Erickson, the man coming in and getting a helmet right on the chest of Trayton Paxton. 2nd down and 10 as he was looking to throw down to the sideline. Second and 10 at the 48-yard line. Paxton under center. Lane the tailback. Hands off. No, it's not Lane out there at the 50-yard line. Breaks through. Escalante tries to wrap him up, but keeps the pad shelf high, so he gets another couple of yards at the 36-yard line. The carry by Brock Hinkle. And from the 48 to they mark the ball at the other side of the field to the 46. Give him 4 to 5 yards on the play. So 3rd down and 5 at the 46-yard line. 2 receivers on the near side, none on the far. Eye back. Handoff to the fullback. May have gotten enough as he punched right up the middle to the 42-yard line, right about where the first down markers were. Is that Werbelow? Yes, it was on the carry. And we'll see if it's enough. Looks like it's just shy on 4th down and 1 yard to go. Werbelow with 4 yards. Down 4 scores, and on the right side of the 50, Riverton going for it. Shotgun for Paxton. Takes about at the 50. Pressure in immediately. Throws to the middle and going down to one knee, so no chance for a yak, but a completion and a first down at the 38-yard line. Jared Lucas with the catch. And ball marked at the 37-yard line. Needed 1 yard. Got 6. 13 yards on 2 catches by Lucas. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Paxton looks to his left. He doesn't have anything there. Scrambles out to the right. Breaks one tackle, tucks and runs. Gets back to the line of scrimmage as he's tossed out of bounds, and possibly a late hit by Jagger Mitchell could add 15 yards on what would have been a no gain. Wait for the official call, but the positioning of the flag, and yes, a personal foul on Mitchell pushing Paxton out of bounds. Rule a late hit. We'll bring up a 1st and 10 and a friendly 15-yard gain as they'll mark it off. Paxton with 4 completions on the day, 31 yards. That's just his second rush attempt, and it came at a 0 gain, but 15 yards on the freebie. Ball down from the 37 to the 22-yard line. And Paxton to take the snap on 1st and 10. 3 receivers, 2 to the far, 1 to the near. Handoff to Lane. He's brought back in the backfield. Orozco got the initial point of contact. Push forward maybe a yard, so a loss of 1 on the play, but Eric Orozco with another fine play, and Dawson Lane still struggling to find anything. Have him unofficially with just 1 yard on 5 carries. On the near side, you can't quite see it online at mylocalradio.com, but their place kicker and this Danish exchange student, Dencher, practicing field goals. 6 minutes left, 2nd down and 11. Pistol form for Paxton. Pitches out left side to Lane. There's a ton of room. He cuts back inside and kind of ran out of room to the 26, down to the 24-yard line, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 11 and no more. 5:45 left, 3rd down and 11. They mark it a no gain, and we've got a Devil down on the field. See if I can get eyes on who we have down and what's going on. Hopefully nothing too serious as both teams are being called to their respective sidelines. Can't make out a number. We'll take a break and come back in just a bit on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston, midway through the 2nd quarter, leading 28-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Riley Griggs the man down, and about 30, maybe 10 seconds actually after I go off air, he gets back up and walks off on his own power. On the sideline getting a drink of water at the moment, but helmet still on and not being checked out by any trainers. So hopefully good news for the senior linebacker for Evanston. 3rd down and 11, ball at the 24-yard line. Shotgun form, Paxton rolls out deep to his left, drops back and throws at the 32, down for the end zone. Draper wide open, touchdown Riverton, and they have put a 6 on the board to answer to the Red Devils. 24-yard touchdown, Trayton Paxton to Trey Draper. Trey plus Trey, that's 6 points, and an extra one coming up next. 5:37 left in quarter number 2. Riverton trying to make it a game here, down 0-1. In the record books, Evanston 1-0. And they're going for 2. Punch down and Dawson Lane into the end zone. 28-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. The 2-point conversion is good, and double check on who that was in just a second, but 28-8 nonetheless. 28-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Riverton, or of Evanston football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
28-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Riverton with a 24-yard touchdown completion. Trayton Paxton finds Trey Draper, for his first catch of the day. Longest completion of the day for Paxton. 55 yards total for Paxton. No interceptions, 1 touchdown. That is first touchdown. Onside kick up in the air. Evanston still can't get a hand on it. It looked like finally someone for Evanston came down with it. Number 32 for the Devils, Kendall Cummings, the sophomore, with the onside recovery. Ball popped up at about the 40-yard line, and Evanston had no idea where the ball was. First and 10 for Evanston. About 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Four receiver set, shotgun formation for Seth Lloyd. High snap, delayed handoff, goes to Cornea at the 40-yard line, cuts to the 45, pushing forward with 2 men on him down to the 50-yard line, a gain of 13 yards, and Tyus, for the second consecutive week, runs a draw play to perfection. Gets that defense coming back to Seth Lloyd, and then he hands it off and says, see you later. 179 yards for Tyus in the first half on 15 carries. Ball marked at the 50-yard line. First down and 10, Evanston. Screen play out to the far sideline, caught by Perriman. Cuts in at the 40-yard line, pushes forward with a leg tackle on, falls down at the 38. Wait on the mark there, but looks like a gain of 12, and ball marked at the 38 indeed. 12-yard completion for Seth Lloyd, 4th of the day. .445 left in quarter number 2. 28-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Hand off to Cornea at the 35, pushing forward to the 33-yard line, gain of 5 yards. Second down and 4, or second down and 6, the call. Give Cornea 4 yards on the carry, 183 yards on 16 carries. 3 receivers, 2 to the right side, pistol formation. Tyus the deep man, Pablo the fullback. Snap goes, roll to the right side, good protection, and a ball through the hands of Chris Perriman intended at the 25-yard line. He got hit hard, and the ball popped right out and out of bounds of the hands of Perriman. Third down and 6. Ball marked at the 34-yard line inside Riverton territory. Echeverria, the fullback, in. Probably in a blocking situation into the huddle, replacing Rigdon Wagstaff. 2 receivers set in an I formation. Lloyd under center, and Cornea standing back at the 41-yard line, needing 6 yards for a first down. Do they go back to the big horse? They do pitch out left side to Cornea. At the 35, to the 30, to the first down marker at the 28. I think he got there. Stumbled forward, and they mark it at the 28-yard line No movement of the chain yet, and I think they're saying 4th and inches at the moment. That's got to be close to a measurement, though. Clock stopped for a potential measurement, I would assume. Evanston out of the huddle as the referees are still conferring, and they want a measurement. So Evanston had the play in, and the referee said, hold on a second. The chains come out. A gain of 6 one way or another. Was it 5 yards and an inch shy, or was it an inch beyond? It's right at that marker. And it is a first down for Cornea. 6-yard gain. 189 yards on carry number 17. And I said it. This is a guy that I have to 18 carries on the stat sheet, does not nearly do it. He's going to go past that in the first half alone. 3:38. Clock stop for a first down. I formation. Cornea potentially ready for carry number 18. Stuffed box. 8 men in there. Cornea takes the handoff right to the 20-yard line, pushing forward up the center to the 10. Brought down at the 6-yard line from behind. A little wrap up at the waist and hope for the best as his man looked like Dylan Lang just sprawled out and held on for dear life down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 22 for Cornea. Again, all of these stats unofficial. I think I should reassess that. I think I maybe went long on that one. Cornea up the middle, the 5-yard line from the 7, and brought down maybe just a hair inside the 5-yard line. Give him a gain of 3 on carry number 19. And I unofficially have Cornea at 214 yards, 2 scores. 2:40 left and ticking away. Evanston, a time of possession monster in this first half. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Smith to the left, Perriman on the opposite side, I formation. Lloyd takes the snap, back to Cornea, pushing his way, trying to find the end zone. He gets a signal from Cody Smith saying he's in, but a wait on the officials. I think they're going to say just a bit short. A gain of 3 for Cornea. Ball marked a yard shy. Third down and goal at the 1-yard line. Rigdon Wagstaff, the receiver on the right side. Smith on the left. Other than that, everyone's in the box pretty much for Riverton and Evanston. Third down and goal. Handoff to Cornea. Pushing forward. Touchdown Red Devils, 34-8. With a chance for one more and 1:35 left in half number 1. I think there may be a flag in the backfield after that play was signaled. I think I see a flag down by the T of Riverton, and yes, that is the yellow hanky. So personal foul on the Red Devils, and that came after the touchdown, I believe. So the touchdown counts, but it will, and I believe that gets in, I think that gets put onto the kickoff, right, not the extra point. So touchdown good, extra point will be from the normal spot, but Evanston will be kicking from a ways back behind the 40. Probably at the 25. Unofficially, again, 218 yards for Tyus Cornea and his 3rd touchdown of the game. 2 passing touchdowns for Seth Lloyd. 1 to Chris Perriman, 1 to Cody Smith. Kick is up and good, 35-8. The score on the Impact Physical Therapy board, 1.5 minutes left in the first 2 quarters, Evanston over Riverton here in Riverton in Week 2 of the 3A season on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
1:35 left in the second quarter. Halftime show coming up shortly. Evanston to kick off one more time, and if Pablo Escalante can get a touchback on this kickoff, well, then they might as well give him 2 or 3 points for the effort. He's kicking from his own 25-yard line. Third touchdown of the day by Tyus Cornea on carry number 21. 218 yards unofficially. That's a note to Uinta County Herald sports editor Mark Medea back home. I got one run that I lost the field position on, so I'm estimating on it. So get your stats for the recap on double check with the coaches and the official stat keepers, but that's my unofficial tally. 1:35 left. The boot will be placed down at the 31-yard line and out of bounds at the 26. The second kicking out of bounds penalty on Escalante of the day. That won't give Riverton too much extra field position with how deep they were kicking it from, that being the Red Devils anyway. And 1:35 left to go. Ball will be placed at the 45-yard line. 59 yards for Seth Lloyd and a pair of touchdowns compared to Trayton Paxton with 55 yards and a touchdown himself. Trying to pull some scores up at the half, see what's going on around the state. Cody's up 12-0 on Warland in the second quarter. Cody run that double wing offense, so maybe they're methodically moving the ball, but not a bad showing early on by Warland. See if they can get anything on the board. Trayton Paxton out and do the shotgun with 1:35 left. Will field the ball at the 45-yard line. It's placed at the 50. Handoff to Lane, and he's pushed back about 4 or 5 yards. Gang tackle by the Red Devils. Rigdon Wagstaff in on it. Also in on it is number 56, Mason Erickson. Give a half tackle to each of them. And ball placed at the 46. Lane into negative yards on the day. I've got him at -3 on 6 carries. False start backs Riverton up 4 more, so second down and 19. And the clock stops. Puts them into passing territory, and if you get a couple of incompletions here, then Evanston maybe has another chance with how they've shown to quickly go down the field and score, to maybe put one more in before the half. Second down and 19, Paxton in the shotgun. Blitz up the left side. Paxton has to adjust and underthrows his intended receiver down the far sideline with the pressure coming in. Intended receiver was Dylan Lang, and underthrew him by about 3 or 4 yards. He didn't have much space to work with and had to get rid of the ball immediately. Third down and 19. Clock stopped at 1:06, a timeout called by Riverton, and we will take one as well on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston on the road and up big, 35-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board in the first half. Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District #1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence. .106 left in quarter number 2, 35-8, as both teams come back out of the sidelines. Coming out of the timeout again, Cody up in Worland 12-0, and Sugar Salem currently shutting out Star Valley, the number 2 team in 3A, 29-0 in the second quarter. Paxton in the shotgun. Fields the ball at the 35, rolls out to his right side. Pressure comes in, and the ball in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Isaac DeVries, would have been fielded at about the 35-yard line, which would have made it about fourth down and 15, but incomplete and 4th and 19 as the punt team has to come out again. Dencher Yalte, I think it is, the punter. Is it Yalte? Is it Yaltis? Okay. Dencher Yaltis. Again, the exchange student, the punter. Just gets it away. A good boot out to the far sideline. Marked down at the 25 and bounces, depending on where it went out. And they say it went right out at the point of contact. 52 seconds left, and at the 25-yard line. Perhaps one look down to the end zone and then a knee, or maybe up this much. Just take a knee and head to the locker room. Need to run 2 plays for Evanston. See what they opt to go for here. Seth Lloyd comes out into the huddle. Showing an I formation. 2 receivers, 1 on either side. On the right hash mark at their own 25-yard line. Lloyd takes the snap, hands off to Cornea up the middle. Cuts to the outside at the 30-yard line, gains nearly 10, stopped a yard shy of it, out to the 34-yard line. 9 more yards to Cornea's career first half. Again, unofficially, 227 yards. And that's just him. That's not the Evanston offense. That's just Tyus Cornea. I formation again, 24 seconds. Ticking down to 20. Seth Lloyd still waiting to go under center. Now he puts the hands behind Thompson. Fullback handoff, 35-yard line, 40. Escalante running outside, trying to spin around another tackle, brought down at the 41-yard line. 7 more yards, and that should be how the first half ends, although the clock's currently stopped at 8 seconds as the chains need to be reset. 18 yards on 3 carries for Pablo, so a gain of 6 per carry, certainly overshadowed by Tyus, but all of the Evanston runners and this Evanston offensive line doing an excellent job through the first 2 weeks. Clock restarts, and Evanston and Riverton both headed to the locker rooms. An incredible first half for the Red Devils, and give the offensive line a lot of credit here. 227 yards and 3 touchdowns by Tyus Cornea. Add 18 to Pablo Escalante and 13 on 2 carries for Angel Rodriguez. Ethan Moyer, Sean Knighton, Brendan Thompson, Jesus Quintero, and Bridger Barker from left to right. That's your offensive line pushing up the holes and allowing this 35-8 lead as we head into the half. It looks like a marching band is setting up to perform, so maybe we'll catch some of them when we come back and run you through the first half stats once again on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston at the half, 37, Riverton 8 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board, brought to you by Justin Dennis.
Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need them, they'll be there, specializing in plumbing, air conditioning repairs, furnace installation and repairs, water heaters, HVAC system installation and maintenance. What's in your ductwork? Landmark Plumbing and Heating. And do your excavation work for septic systems and sewer cleaning. 307-789-8793. You'll find them in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Forming a relationship with Trona Valley at an early age is a wise choice. We believe that learning money management skills at a young age can help set a better foundation for establishing good financial habits. Money management skills are important for financial success, whether saving or borrowing. Trona Valley offers youth loans to members under the age of 18. Our loan options are perfect for kids. They can learn the basics of borrowing, which includes interest, terms, and payments. If there are any questions along the way, we can help. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
Take a look at the Riverton Marching Band as we welcome you to halftime. 8:20 to go before the start of the third quarter, and you know football. They'll probably add a couple more minutes to that. Let's run you through our first half stats. First for your Evanston Red Devils, Seth Lloyd, 59 yards on 4 completions, 2 touchdowns. The first to Cody Smith, that one coming from 11 yards away. And the second to Chris Perriman, a 12-yard reception. Chris Perriman with 2 catches for 22 yards in that touchdown. Cody Smith, that 11-yard touchdown, his only of the day. Angel Rodriguez with a catch from 26 yards. And let's see, who got that? 12, 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess that's your 4 completions right there. Pablo Escalante with 3 carries for 18 yards. That's, I think I said 8 yards a carry. That's 6 yards a carry. A fine average for him. Angel Rodriguez, 2 carries for 13 yards. That's what, about 6.5 yards a carry on an average. And, of course, that 26-yard conversion on third down, that big catch. Tyus Cornea. The first half is his and his alone, it seems. 22 carries for 227 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has already surpassed what was an incredible week in week 1 against Rollins, where he had 215 yards in a game. In a game, we're talking about a half here. He's up the yardage already. He's up the touchdown by 1 and another half to play. We'll see how much time he does get in the second half, though. Evanston will certainly come out with all of their starters in the third quarter, but if they get a couple more in, we may be facing a running clock and perhaps maybe seeing some starters getting some rest and setting forward to the game happening next week. That game next week will be non-conference for the Evanston Devils, and it will be at Lander back here in Fremont County at 7 p.m. Next home game was the first conference game of the year, September 21st. Powell comes to K. Fackrell Stadium for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Moving on to the Riverton statistics, Trayton Paxton has 5 completions for 55 yards and a score. That touchdown throw to Trey Draper, and a beautiful little drop and a good separation by Draper into the end zone. Dylan Lang with a 10-yard catch. Isaac DeVries with a 7-yarder. Lucas with a 7-yarder. Werblow, he's one run for 4 yards. Hinklehaven with a 5-yard run. Jared Lucas, I think I said, actually 2 catches for 13 yards. And Dawson Lane, the second-string running back from a week ago after Cade Campbell's hurt. He's been to the starting position. He's having a tough time against this stout defensive Evanston line. 6 carries by my tally, -3 yards. And that's your first half stats. We will run you through the scores right now and then come back with our standout student for the week. It's Bryson Davis, defensive end for the Evanston Devils. Cody Warland still listed at 12-0 in the second quarter. I am refreshing as I speak to see if anything has changed in that, and it has not. Sugar Salem up 36-0 in the third quarter over Star Valley. Torrington running away with a victory in the second quarter, already up by 40 over Gering, Nebraska. Rollins is possibly your upset specialist of the week, taking on number 4 Green River, and currently in the third quarter it's a tight one, but they do lead 8-0. Another tight game, number 5 Douglas up by 1 point against Hot Springs, South Dakota, and Lander leading 21-0 over Powell. When we come back, we will hear from Bryson Davis, defensive end and a junior at Evanston High School, and again, defensive end, and that mystery number 43 from a week ago. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
I'm with Bryson Davis, a junior at EHS, and I have you this week because I called out your number a lot last week in the win over Rollins, but for some reason or another, your number was not on the roster, so you were somewhere on the roster, but when I looked for number 43, I couldn't find anyone. Were you late getting your jersey, or do you know why? You just were kind of slipped through the cracks on the roster?
I do not, but must have been something.
Now I'm going to add that on, and I'm going to make a note to anyone for the next home game. Bryson Davis, number 43. You're a junior, so was this your first real time last week getting into varsity, or did you get any time in garbage time last year?
Yeah, this year's definitely been one of my first years on varsity, so it's been a great year so far.
You're playing linebacker, is that right? Playing outside linebacker?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. Okay, so a lot of times you're standing up, though, so I'm wondering, you're down on the ground or you're standing up. You're an edge rusher either way. What was that first game like against Rollins where it was a loaded box, they're double wing, they're coming from any direction? You guys really got to be on your toes.
It was pretty enjoyable. Like, you don't know what to exactly expect, but you definitely know from practice that you can just try your hardest from what you know.
A little bit later in the year, end of September, you're going to be playing another team that runs a double wing, and that's Cody. I'm sure you guys haven't talked about Cody yet because that's not on your schedule, and that's just not how football coaches run. But you were able to get a kind of a practice week look at that offense. Had you played against anything like that in the option and maybe playing some smaller schools in the past year in JV or freshman, maybe even middle school football?
No, sir, I have not. I haven't really... Not that I haven't had the opportunity, but I haven't really went out for it.
What is your background in football? How long have you been playing?
I played on and off for probably since 7th grade, but I was never really, I guess, not good, but I definitely try and put in effort, a lot of effort.
So this week you are headed to Riverton, taking on the Wolverines, a team that struggled a little bit in the overall wins column the last couple of years, but I'm sure you guys have been watching in film. They can certainly throw the ball. Your film study this week, what have the coaches been emphasizing for you guys to be watching out defensively?
So definitely watch out for definitely a lot of rush, I think, pass. I believe it's power and blast. So definitely watch out for those and watch out for pass.
Philosophically, you guys are making a complete turnaround from a week ago taking on Rollins, where maybe once every 12 plays there's going to be a pass that they're going to throw in for a surprise. This week, they do a lot of running, but they also have a quarterback that led the league in throwing the last couple of years. So you're going to have to be doing a lot more pass rush style. If you could pick, playing against a double-wing team where you're running edge-to-edge or just straight pass rushing, which would you pick?
I feel like wing-to-wing. I feel like it's way, not easier, but way more just fun.
What are your classes this semester?
This semester, I start off in Spanish. I go to either drafting or another class I can't quite remember. But then after those, I'll go to geography. And then after that, I'll have math or video production.
Which one's been your favorite so far? We're only a week or so into class.
Definitely video production.
What do you do in that class?
In that class, we definitely learn, so far we've learned about the elements of video production and just what basically are, I guess, the rules of video production.
Have you signed up for the ACT yet?
I have not.
Are you looking ahead to college a little bit yet?
I am.
Where has caught your interest so far?
I've had a few colleges out of state that I've been looking at, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time in depth.
What are those classes are? What are those schools out of state?
I'm just in different states like Colorado, California.
California for the warm weather, Colorado for the skiing. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Are you a skier?
I'm not.
Okay, so what catches your interest about Colorado?
That's where I was pretty much born and raised. I love the place. It's a beautiful place.
Where are you coming from in Colorado?
Springs, Colorado Springs.
Okay, so that's a little bit bigger than here, yeah?
Yeah.
When did you move to Evanston?
I moved this year about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
So you're just jumping in, an immediate impact on the Red Devils team. Are you still kind of adjusting to Wyoming lifestyle?
It's all right. I mean, like it's different than Colorado, but I feel like it's going to take a little bit to adjust to, but I'm definitely adjusting to it well.
The travel time, now for football, the travel time actually in the last couple of years has been cut dramatically because when they were in 4A, they were potentially going 8.5 hours to Gillette, but you've still got a lot of long road trips ahead of you, including about a 3.5 hour one to Riverton. Is that a lot longer than what you would have been looking at in Colorado?
Probably about the same, probably a little bit less, but definitely it'll be interesting.
Well, Bryson Davis, number 43 for the Red Devils. Maybe the fact that you're so new is why they had your name on there and they didn't have a number 43. They were trying to figure out who you were, but you made an impact week one, and we appreciate you being in town and being on this team. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you to Bryson Davis. Called his name out a couple more times today. Well, a couple of times. Last week I was calling his number out. And 40 seconds left before the start of the second half, and Evanston will kick to Riverton down 35-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 3 touchdowns by Tyus Cornea, 2 touchdowns by quarterback Seth Lloyd, 1 to Chris Perriman, 1 to Cody Smith, and I went and checked with the official stat keeper, and I was wrong with Tyus Cornea's total, but I was worried I had added maybe 20 yards. I had added 2 yards. 225 yards and 3 touchdowns for Tyus Cornea on 22 carries. So, yeah, that day, even if it was 205 yards, it'd still be an insane day. But let's add that up now with the official tally. 225 divided by 22 is 10.2 yards per carry. And that is not a small sample size if you consider he had 20 carries last week and averaged over 10 per carry through 40 plus 45 carries almost. Tyus Cornea averaging a first down per run. Kickoff is fumbled at the 25-yard line. It looks like Riverton got back down on it. And, boy, a turnover right out of the gates would have been detrimental to this team trying to come out and get a rush down the field. And we've got, unfortunately, another player down, this time for Riverton.
And is that Dawson Lane? I think that's number 17, Dawson Lane, down on the ground, unfortunately, for Riverton. They can ill afford to lose any players, and you never want to see one go down like that. We will take a break, be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
Player still down, and that is Dawson Lane, and being checked out 9 seconds into the third quarter. We are at 8:30 p.m., hour and a half after the initial kick, and players on both sides taking a knee and Lane being checked out. Let's go through some more scores from around the state. We gave you your 3A scores. Let's take a look at some interclass, some upper 4A, some lower 2A, 1A. Let's run you all around Wyoming football as it stands. And number 1, Sheridan, currently in a battle with that number 2 team the last few years. Natrona County up 14-7 at the moment on the road in the third quarter. Thunder Basin up 21-3 over Cheyenne East. That's 4-3. Kelly Walsh ranked 5th coming into the week and up 20-7 over Cheyenne South. And poor Campbell County on to what would be their, well, I guess they lost their last game in the playoffs of the 2016 season, lost 9 games, so 10, 11, 12. This would be their 13th consecutive loss. The former powerhouse in 4A down 37-0 to Laramie. And a second overtime. It was at 8-8 at the end of regulation, and in the second overtime, Rock Springs and Cheyenne Central, 8-8. Rock Springs failed to score, but blocked Central's field goal try in the first overtime period. We ran you through 3A and see if there's any updates. Looks like that's all standing pat, at least according to our most recent updates available. Outside of Lander has scored once again over Powell and leads the Panthers 21-0. I've never covered a Lander game. What's Lander's mascot? Tigers, that's right. Yeah, it's still relatively new to the 3A scene. Evanston did not play Lander Valley last year. We will be back in Fremont County to cover Evanston and Lander Valley next week. Down in 2A, Glen Rock, number 1 team for a reason. They're running over Newcastle, 34-0 in the second quarter. Buffalo, number 2, and looking pretty good. They were 3A last year, bumped back down to 2A this year. Voluntarily, 41-0 over Thermopolis. And Big Piney had no chance against Mountain View today. Mountain View, 3rd ranked and the defending state champions. 35-6 win over Big Piney. Burns, 41. Moorcroft, 30. And it hasn't happened yet, but Kemmer's 2 wins in the last year have come against Saratoga. Last year, legitimately, although beating the subjectively worst 1A team to finally end that long streak, and then this year beating them by way of the fact that Saratoga ended their football season, canceled their football season, a 2-0 win. But at the moment in the third quarter, Kemmer is over Lyman 21-7. That game also available at mylocalradio.com, that game being played in Kemmer. And, oh no, not a good look here as the stretcher has come out for Dawson Lane, and losing Cade Campbell last week, possibly for the year, and having Lane fall awkwardly down to the ground at about the 28-yard line and hasn't gotten up since. He'll be, hopefully for just precaution's sake, put onto the stretcher and taken off the field. At the 1A level, number 2 Pine Bluffs and the defending state champions took a 47-0 win over Wright. Cokeville, 48, Southeast 13. Wind River beating Rocky Mountain in a non-conference game 28-0. Lusk 26, Tongue River 12. Shoshone JV at Wyoming Indian scheduled for Tuesday, September 4th, and Natrona JV at Wyoming Indian scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Still awaiting Dawson Lane to be taken off the field. In interclass competition, Jackson in the third quarter in a tight one against Pinedale. The Broncs currently leading 14-10. Number 4 in 1A, Upton Sundance is up to number 4 in 2A, Wheatland, 31-20 in the third quarter. Bighorn leading Graybull, a couple of ranked teams in the undercard from 1A, number 1 in 1A, beating number 5 from 2A, 20-0 in the third. And Lovell beating Shoshone at the moment, 21-0, that game also in the third. Down at the 6-man, see if we can find any scores for that have gone final. And Farson Eden over Saratoga's JV, 78-36. The final, Little Snake River 57, Burlington 56. That was a number 2 versus 3 6-man matchup. And a couple of forfeits. We don't need to go over them. And those are all of your football games as they have happened or are currently happening. Again, an upset alert just by the fact that Kemmer has not beaten a 2A opponent in I don't know how many years, but I don't know, 6, 7, something along that line. Currently leading Lyman 21-7, and that game available at mylocalradio.com as well. See if there's any updates at 3A. There are not. We will take a break and come back in just a bit on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Forming a relationship with Trona Valley at an early age is a wise choice. We believe that learning money management skills at a young age can help set a better foundation for establishing good financial habits. Money management skills are important for financial success, whether saving or borrowing. Trona Valley offers youth loans to members under the age of 18. Our loan options are perfect for kids. They can learn the basics of borrowing, which includes interest, terms, and payments. If there are any questions along the way, we can help. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazine's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazine's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazine's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
We have been without a play for close to 20 minutes, and both teams have been warmed back up and are back out onto the field, and we're ready to resume play. First down and 10, ball marked at the 26-yard line. This is the first play from scrimmage in this second half. Handoff up the middle. Hinkle bounces outside to the 32-yard line, out to the 35, still running for the first down markers and pushed out of bounds just beyond them at the 20, or at the 37-yard line. 11-yard gain by, again, Hinkle. Brock Hinkle, the first string running back after a pair of injuries in the first 2 weeks to tailbacks, and Dawson Lane being taken off in a stretcher, hopefully once again just precautionary, but we have no information. If we find anything out, we'll pass it along. At the 37-yard line is first and 10, and Hinkle blown up in the back line by Mason Erickson. Loss of 3 yards on the play, back to the 35-yard line. From the 38 back to the 35, make it 2nd down and 13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 35-8 the score. Again, just underway in the third quarter after that 20-minute delay. 13 yards on 3 carries by Hinkle, and 2nd down and 13. Trayton Paxton under center. I formation. Warbelow the fullback, Hinkle the tail. 2 receivers to the right side, close to the line of scrimmage. Fake handoff, play action, coming around on a reverse. It's a wide receiver pass. Looking down deep and underthrown right into the hands of Angel Rodriguez. Picked up at the 43, running to the far sideline, cutting in at the 50, to the 45. Turning around and brought down at the 42-yard line. An interception there, and waiting on what that receiver was. What was the number on that receiver? Yeah, and interception, and let's see if I thought I had a read on that number. It might have been Dylan Lang. Waiting to see if the spotters have an idea of who it was. No word out of them, so Evanston takes over on the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10. Handoff to Cornea. Back to the horse at the 40. Cuts outside to the 35. Pushing forward to the 31-yard line. 1st down, a gain of 11 in his first play of the second half. Carry number 23 and 236 yards for Tyus. First down and 10. Echeverria at fullback. Cornea the deep back. Pistol formation for Seth. Looking out to his left side. Completed at the 26-yard line to Cody Smith. Running down the sideline with a man on him. Turns around inside the 20-yard line. Brennan Ibaugh finally brought him down. Ball marked at the 19-yard line. Gain of 11. $70 yards for Seth Lloyd. Handoff fake to the right side, rolling around. Man at the 10-yard line. Cody Smith cuts in, tries to get inside to the 5, brought down with an arm tackle at the 6-yard line. 3rd reception of the day for Cody Smith, 4th of the year. Second down and goal. Our 1st and goal coming up, rather. At the 6-yard line. 2 minutes gone by in quarter number 3. Evanston with a 27-point lead. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. I back. Lloyd under center. On the right hash mark. Handoff, pitch to the left side. Cornea takes it at the 5, busts through 1 tackle. Tries to go through 2 more men, gains a couple of yards, give him 3 on the play. 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. 239 the yard tally total for Tyus Cornea. Chris Perriman subbed out for Rigdon Wagstaff at receiver. Ball 3 yards away from a 6th touchdown. Lloyd takes the snap, hands up the middle to Cornea, trying to drive through to the end zone. He's stopped short, maybe a gain of 1. 3 men in on the tackle. Zane Taylor Brand in as well on a 4-man front. Gage Bland in on that. And Zane, actually no, not Zane, that was, no, it was Zane Taylor, number 71. I formation again, Echeverria the fullback, 3rd down and goal, 2 yards away. Handoff to Angel Rodriguez, dances around, goes into the end zone untouched. Touchdown Rodriguez, and Evanston up 41-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. First touchdown of the year on the rush by Angel Rodriguez. He had a screen pass for 31 yards for, I believe, the Devils' final touchdown in that 35-7 win a week ago against Rollins. Time on the clock, 8:18. Hold down and a whistle blown prior to the snap, calling it dead. Wait for the call. And neutral zone infraction for Riverton. 15 yards on 3 carries for Angel Rodriguez. Again, second overall touchdown of the year for the Swiss Army knife player. He's the backup tailback. He's also a slot receiver. Plays a bit on the line as well, on the tethered to the line rather, as a outside receiver, a safety. Saw him throwing the ball 60-plus yards to Jagger Mitchell, right to him in the end zone in pregame warm-ups as well. Try the extra point a second time, up and good. No good, rather, off to the right side. So first miss of the year in Pablo Escalante's 10th try of the season. 41-8, the score stays on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
(41-8) on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, a 37-point lead for the Evanston Red Devils. That missed extra point put some 8 points shy of the 45-point lead, which would incur a running clock here for the final quarter and a half. Kickoff return to the 36-yard line. A good play by Dylan Lang. Short kick returned kicked out to about the 16-yard line. So good field position for Riverton as they come out for their second drive of the third quarter. Down 37 once again, marked at the 36. Paxton will be under center with a strong side formation, and then he moves back. Looked like he was going under center, moves into the pistol formation. 2 receivers on the far, 1 on the near side. 4-man front for the Devils. Handoff to Hinkle. Bounces to the right side. Tried to go outside of his tackles. Ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage, but maybe just a yard beyond that. Second down and 9. And they give him 2 yards, rather. Second down and 8. Erickson, Barker, and Davis, a 3-man front. 4 linebackers for the Devils. Shotgun form for Paxton. Escalante blitzing up the middle. Paxton has to run away. Escalante misses the sack. Paxton tucks and runs and goes out of bounds back to the line of scrimmage. Avoids the sacks, but third down and 10. I think he got back to the initial line of 10, and so a loss of 2 on the play. Make it third down and 10. And timeout taken by Riverton. We will take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
41-7 in the third quarter as we welcome you back to Wolverine Field in Riverton, Wyoming, week 2 of the 3A football season. And Evanston well on their way to a 2-0 record, but still a lot of time left to play. Almost 20 minutes left on the clock in what's turned out to be a long game time-wise. 2 hours in and only halfway through, not even halfway through the third quarter. Third down and I guess about 8. That looks like 9 or 10 from here. Marker didn't move. Play action, down deep, looking for Draper, overthrows him at the 30-yard line, 4th and 8. And a punt upcoming. Trey Draper, who has the lone touchdown catch of the day for Riverton. Bring out the punt team. Angel Rodriguez and Cody Smith stay back as the 2 punt returners. High snap on the punt, and almost nothing on it. It may not even get to the 50-yard line. A healthy bounce for Riverton does get it past and down at the 46. From the 38 to the 46, that is a 16-yard punt. And Evanston takes over once again with favorable field position. See if we have any updates around the state and scores. Devils out in a shotgun formation. 4 receivers, Angel Rodriguez and looks like maybe Cody Smith, the slot man, or maybe that's actually Casey Perriman on the inside slot. Throw out to the right side. That was Smith. He tries to break through one tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, still spinning, but finally pushed out of bounds for a loss of about 3 yards on the completion. Wait for this official spot. They mark it at the 44-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play. 4th catch for Cody Smith. Not necessarily your number 1 receiver throughout the entire season, but Smith emerged as a junior in the last 3 to 4 weeks of the year, certainly following the Green River game. The upset win is Green River was number 2 in the state prior to Evanston defeating them. 2nd down and 12 at the 44. Snap under center, handed off to Pablo Escalante, running out to the 50, 45 down the far sideline, pushed out of bounds somewhere between the 45 and 50. 1st down and 10, you would assume coming up. Maybe a yard shy, though. They mark him down at the 45, so they pushed him out, and Escalante continued to run. 3rd down and 1 to go. 6:46 left in the third quarter. 11-yard carry by Escalante. I form. 3rd down conversion time. The Devils have had little trouble doing that today. They go back to Cornea. He gets that 1st down yardage. Not much more, but it appears he had just enough beyond into the 44-yard line to move the chains. We'll await the spot. Went straight up the middle, and, yeah, it looks like they're placing it about a half yard beyond the marker. And move the chains. 1st down. .241 yards and 3 touchdowns unofficially for Cornea. And we can go ahead and call it now. That's your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Player of the game. And if you got to single out one play, how about that 68-yard run on the first play of their second drive to go for 6. Tyus Cornea, your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the game. First sack of the year, given up by the Red Devils. And it sends Seth Lloyd back. Johnny Miller in on the sack. Is that right? Number 62. Yeah, Jonathan Miller, 6'2", 233-pound senior. Getting to Seth Lloyd for the first time all year long by either Rollins or Riverton. Makes it 2nd down and 16. Pistol form for Lloyd, 2 receivers to the far side. Has a deep rush coming immediately on the designed wide receiver dump off, but too much pressure in and a man staying back in Johnny Miller to cover Tyus Cornea means an incomplete pass and 3rd down and 16. And the clock stopped at 5:40. Riverton did a good job on that play, sniffing out the screen. They sent 3 men straight at Seth, but then they had Johnny Miller stay back right with Tyus, and if not for Miller, Tyus, had he been able to pick up that pass, would have had a ton of room to run with, but as it was, even if he did catch it, it might have been a pick, it might have been a no gain, might have been a loss. Pistol form and 2 receivers is all. Lloyd goes back, good protection, down deep, looking for Smith. The throw is long and just beyond the reach of Smith at the 12-yard line. About a yard too far, a ton of air, but just not quite enough for Cody Smith to get under it. 4th down and 16 at the 6-yard line, and 49-yard line, and Evanston will likely have to go back and punt. Tyus Cornea, if this is a punt for the Devils, will finally get a chance to show off his leg for the first time all year, as Evanston will indeed send it deep. Pump back and fielded at the 7-yard line to DeVries. Isaac cuts out right side at the 10-yard line. Stiff arms to the 15. Sends Cody Smith down to the ground and pushed out of bounds. A late flag call. As, who was that? That was Micah Cox pushing him out of bounds. Flag down at the 21-yard line. Just beyond 9 o'clock. Still in the 3rd quarter here. And Cody has taken control of the Worland game 33-0 in quarter number 4. Star Valley still being held scoreless against Sugar City, Idaho, 36-0. Note back from Evanston at the Star Valley Invitational on the volleyball side. They lost their first match to Cokeville in 3 sets. 1st down and 10, ball marked at the, let's see what we have for the penalty. It did go against Evanston. Add an extra 5 yards to the 31-yard line, extra 10 actually to the 31-yard line. Those 3 sets, Evanston took the second but lost the first and third 27-25 and 17-15 to Cokeville. Won the second set 25-19. Pistol for Paxton. Fakes the handoff, goes out to the far side, overthrows his man by a mile out on the sideline. 2nd down and 10. Intended receiver was, I have them right here. It's a Jared Lucas. And he put his arms up into the air after that throw, wondering where the miss came from. Draper, Ibaugh, and Lucas, the 3 receivers for Riverton. Werblow and Hinkle, the running backs, and Paxton in the pistol form. 2nd down at 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Hand off to Hinkle, cuts through at the 35, big space at the 40, runs through 2 tacklers and gets caught up by Angel Rodriguez at the 45-yard line. David Baxter, the other man, in trying to make an arm tackle. 15, make it a 13-yard gain out to the 44-yard line. 1st down nonetheless by Brock Hinkle. Good to double his rush total on the day out to 28 yards. And I'm getting a second update. Thank you to Coach DeRue giving me an update here. I'll get to that in a second for volleyball. Play action, and a handoff actually to Hinkle. Back to the line of scrimmage, running out to the left side. Evanston was trying to strip the ball out of his hands. That was Bryson Davis trying to come up with the strip. And gain of 1 yard to the 45-yard line. Evanston beat Logan in their second match, 25-17 and 27-25. So that's the third set that I have to report to you between 2 and Cokeville and against Logan, where they've gone to the 7-5, either 17-15 or 27-25. That's the first one that they ended up on the right side of. Evanston 1-1 in the Cokeville Invite in volleyball. Pistol form, one man behind him. Paxton rolls out to his right, has Mitchell coming in hard, throws down deep to the sideline at the 25-yard line. Draper was covered by Cody Smith. It was a slight overthrow, and that falls to the ground for 3rd and 9 upcoming at the 45-yard line. Draper seems to be Paxton's deep target of choice today. Isaac DeVries into the huddle. Draper signaling my bad as he heads back to the line. 3:49 left in the third quarter. 3rd down and 9 at the 45 for Riverton, trailing 41-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Paxton set to receive the shotgun snap at the 40-yard line. Again, rolling out to his right. Completing it on the far sideline. No, in and out of the hands of Jared Lucas. A flag coming in the backfield, though, from the far side. Would be 4th and 9 if it's against Riverton, and the penalty is declined, and it is against Riverton. It's holding the 45. Imagine you'd decline this here if you're Evanston. And that's the case. Pick it up, 4th down and 9 at the 45-yard line. This the other side of the 50, inside Riverton territory. Anytime, Coach DeRue. Give you airtime anytime you give us updates. Again, Evanston 1-1 in the the Star Valley Invitational for volleyball. Punt team out for Riverton. This one much better than the last punt that went just 16 yards. Goes out of bounds about the 30-yard line. And we have a running clock. Well, no, we don't. We had an accidental running clock. Clock stopped at 3:29. Left in the third quarter. Again, your Dr. McKay Franklin precision play of the game will give it to that 68-yard and 241-yard and 3 touchdown and counting day by Tyus Cornea. That good for 2 tickets to Aspen Cinema. Tyus, go pick them up from Dr. McKay Franklin this week and go claim your 2 tickets and say, I was the precision play of the game. Angel Rodriguez, not sure if you picked yours up from last week, but if not, those are available for you. Double check after this game or early next week to make sure they know what's going on with the new giveaway here at mylocalradio.com. Handoff to Cornea and a big run. A early flag at the line of scrimmage, though, should probably negate that play. Came in right at the snap. Ball was placed at the 37-yard line from the 26, so would be a gain of 11, but I think that's going against Evanston. False start, yep. Negate the play altogether and back them up 5. 1st down and 15 at the 21 coming up. Three minutes and change left in the third quarter. A 20-plus minute delay due to an injury to start off the third quarter, unfortunately for Riverton. A scary-looking one. We'll hope for the best. Clock started. Pistol form. Snap goes to Seth Lloyd, handoff to Corney up the near sideline at the 30, the 35, 40, brought it down at the 45-yard line. Tentatively a 24-yard gain, depending on the spot, and at the 45-yard line, a 24-yard gain on first down and 15. $265 yards for Cornea. That puts him about 40 yards shy of 500 on the year. And that being nearly 7 quarters into the season. Flag on the play may pull that back, though. See that down at the 32-yard line, so maybe that play is negated. Looks like it's being signaled Riverton's way, perhaps, though, as the referees are talking down to the Riverton front line. Personal foul, the call, so it won't do anything to the run. I think that's going against Caden Pohl, number 18 on the line for Riverton. And, yeah, that's call a personal foul. Will tack on perhaps 15 more. Marking it off at the 45, that would put it down to the other 40 if it's a 15-yarder. Referees centering the ball and making their steps off across the 50. So all in all, 24 plus 15, a 39-yard collective gain between the run and penalty. (41-8), 2:56 left. And a muff snap, and it looks like a turnover. Brendan Thompson failed to get it out from under him, and it's recovered by Riverton on the fumble recovery, Caden Werbelow. Give the ball back to Riverton, 41-8, 2:52 left. Time of the clock, 9:11. Pistol form for Paxton. Rolls around to his left side, fires long and over the head of DeVries. Second down and 10. Line of scrimmage set at the 40-yard line. So a turnover for Evanston on that play. Their second of the day. Had 4 last week. Losing the plus-minus ratio, but on offensive to defensive points allowed and scored. Winning mightily. Up today, 41-8. Hand off to Hinkle. He cuts back in on a counter, goes back outside, gains 4 yards before the forward progress is stopped. Rigdon Wagstaff in on the tackle. Had 7 tackles last week, I believe. Rigdon did in his first start. 9 tackles, 2 for a loss. Third down and 5, they give Hinkle half the yardage needed for a fresh set. 7 carries for Hinkle, 34 yards by my tally. I formation. Third down and 5 at the 45-yard line. Handoff faked, rolling around, pressure coming in. Spin out to the left side, pass completed to Werbelow at the 45-yard line. He's streaking up the end zone side, or the sideline, 40 to the 30, 25, down and out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Coming back, though, it looks like a flag down and a holding call. Was it a block in the back or a holding? Yeah, so it'd be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and the flag down at the 39, not necessarily meaning that's where the foul is at, but usually what they try to do. 'Cause 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 'C mark it back from the 39 to, that would be a 29 if that's the spot of the foul, and yes, that's the case. 1:56 left in the third quarter, third down and 21. Penalties have stalled a few drives for Riverton today. Not to say that things would be much different had not for those couple of penalties, but maybe that changes the outlook early in the game, and Evanston isn't able to jump on with 21 in the first quarter. Throw down to Draper, completed at the 40, cuts in at the 45, push forward for a first down. 22-yard gain for Jaron Draper, just running through the defense. Rigdon Wagstaff in on the final takedown. A 22-yard gain, and I guarantee even if Evanston does come away with a win today like it looks like they will, that play will be on the mind of Coach Fackrell as they're watching film on Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Second catch of the day for Draper, both of 20-plus yards. 46 yards and a score for Draper. Paxton with 77 total through the air. Had 96 last week. Catch and throw out of the snap, and the ball popped up into the air. Looks like it went in and out of the hands of Ibaugh and then bounced up off of his helmet. No Red Devil in the area, or at least not one that could get eyes on it. Looked like a lame duck waiting to be caught and returned the other way. Second down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pistol form for Paxton. Hand off to Hinkle at the 49. He takes it forward to the 45-yard line. Brought down by Jagger Mitchell on the play. A flag in the backfield. Looks like, again, we may have a hold on Riverton. Back him up 10 more yards. Flag marked at the 48-yard line. And they back him up to the 38. Second down and about 22. Maybe 23. Second down and 23, the board says. Paxton takes a low snap. Bounces out to the right side. Pressure coming in. Avoids a sack. Now out to the sidelines. Riley Griggs should get countered with the tackle as he touched Paxton as he was headed out of bounds. About back to the line of scrimmage. Caught a yard shy at the 40 or the 37-yard line. Down to 48 seconds. This third quarter alone has taken about an hour. Third and 23, maybe third and 24. Pistol snap. Paxton has Escalante running in. Out to the initial set of 10, and completed or not, it looks like it popped out of his hands well shy of the first down. David Baxter with a hard hit, and Cody Smith actually the one applying the initial contact on that hit. Fourth down and long. The pass was knocked incomplete. Send out the punt one more time. Rodriguez and Smith, the deep men, to return for Evanston. Punt away, a line drive. High up and returned by Rodriguez at the 30. Out to the right sideline to the 35. Cuts in at the 40, 45, 50. Still in on his feet and down at the 45-yard line beyond the 50. 25-yard punt return by Angel Rodriguez. And they place it at a 26-yard to the 44-yard line. Marked at the 44-yard line, so back them up a little bit. 10 yards from their return line, I believe. And yes, they'll put it at the 46-yard line, just 4 yards shy of the 50. So a 26-yard return negated and turned into a 16-yard return. Still a good special teams play by Angel Rodriguez on the net gain. 28 seconds left in the third. A run play here would likely end it and send us on to the fourth. Handoff up the middle. Mild gain by Echeverria out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 3. First run of the day by Echeverria. And that's the end of the third quarter after about an hour. It's 9:20, and we're headed for quarter number 4. 41-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. One touchdown scored by Evanston in that third quarter. Final 12 minutes on the clock when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Early start to the fourth quarter and first play from scrimmage is a handoff to Tyus Cornea, taking it from the 49-yard line across the 50 down to the 43. First down and 10. 8-yard gain for Tyus. High formation, Echeverria, the fullback. They've given Pablo Escalante a break offensively and just put him in at linebacker in this second half. Breaking through, Angel Rodriguez down to the 30-yard line. Big gain by Rodriguez, and another first down for the Red Devils. 13 yards on the carry. $28 yards on 4 carries and a touchdown by Rodriguez. First down and 10. Rodriguez stays as the tailback. Escalante in at full. 2 receivers. Griggs on the tight end left side. Left of Moyer. Fullback handoff to Escalante. Pushes forward for a few yards. Out to the 25-yard line. Gain of 5 and second down and 5 coming up. Echeverria, the fullback, and they gave Escalante 4 yards on the carry. Rodriguez in at tail, and I won't be surprised if Tyus has the rest of the day off. He's more than earned his keep. 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. Most of that coming in the first half. Handoff goes to Rodriguez, and he gets to the 25-yard line, but no further. Third down and 5. Rigdon Wagstaff into the huddle for Evanston. Echeverria out, so looks like a 3-receiver set for Evanston. Under 10 minutes to play today in a game that's surely going to probably go, I'd say surely going longer than any other 7 o'clock start today. Tonight, out for about 20-plus minutes with an injury scare to start the third quarter. High snap, play action, lofted to Wagstaff. Gain of 1, maybe 2 yards, but shy of first down territory from the 25 to the 23 and a half yard line. Mark it a gain of 1 on the completion, 8th of the day for Seth. Appears Evanston will go for it. Clock continuing to run at 8:45. A breeze picking up. Coming towards us in the box to the west. Pitch right side to Rodriguez. To the 15, down to the 10. First down, Evanston. From the 23-yard line down to the 10. Another gain of 13 yards for the second string running back, Angel Rodriguez. Make it 14 as they mark him down at the 9-yard line. $43 yards on 6 carries for Rodriguez. And most importantly of all, the clock continues to run here in Riverton. Down to 8:10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. I form. Lloyd hands off to Rodriguez. Trying to go straight up the middle. Breaks a tackle at the 5 and rushes into the end zone for his second score of the day. 47-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The clock stopped at 8 minutes exactly left in the contest. 9-yard score pushes Rodriguez, his second touchdown of the day, up to 52 yards. Extra point coming up. And good. 48-8. The score on the Impact Physical Therapy board on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Forming a relationship with Trona Valley at an early age is a wise choice. We believe that learning money management skills at a young age can help set a better foundation for establishing good financial habits. Money management skills are important for financial success, whether saving or borrowing. Trona Valley offers youth loans to members under the age of 18. Our loan options are perfect for kids. They can learn the basics of borrowing, which includes interest, terms, and payments. If there are any questions along the way, we can help. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. We can repair all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation systems with ease. Sewer cleaning and septic tanks installation and servicing. We do it. Call Landmark Plumbing and Heating and ask about the on-demand water heater. You can always trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. 307-789-8793. Find us in Evanston. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Kickoff sent deep for Evanston down to Riverton at the 30-yard line. DeVries carrying it and brought down at the 30. 48-8 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Late in the fourth quarter, 11 seconds into the 8-minute mark, 7:49 left here. Next week, we're back in Fremont County as Evanston will take on Lander Valley. And after that, we're at Red Devil, or at K. Fackrell Stadium for conference play as Evanston plays Powell. Evanston defeated Powell on the road last year to keep their playoff hopes alive before eventually losing to Worland. Worland made the playoffs, and Evanston was left on the outside looking in the 5th spot. Pistol handoff, goes right side to Hinkle. Stiff arms at the 29-yard line, pushes away and knocked out of bounds by Cody Smith, riding him like a bull at the 35. Gain of 5 yards for Hinkle. .39 yards for Brock today on the ground. Looking for score updates around the state, and Cody goes final over Worland, 33-8. Second down and 5, ball at the 35-yard line. Handoff again up the middle to Hinkle, and the play whistled dead, and I think it's a false start to back him up 5. Rollins, 16. Green River, 14. So Rollins pulls the first upset of the year over number 4 Green River. Green River tied it up with 1:41 left in the game, but Rollins stopped them on a 2-point attempt. So Rollins moves to 1-1 on the season. Green River falls to 1-1. Torrington, no problem over Gering, Nebraska, 60-6. And Star Valley got just 1 point on Sugar City, Idaho. Sugar Salem wins 36-7. 28 points for Douglas, and they hold on and win against Hot Springs, South Dakota, 28-13. And Lander holding on against Powell, or coming back against Powell, rather, 28-20. Currently leading it. Paxton, quarterback keeper, gets out to the 35-yard line on second down after the false start. Backed him up to second down and 10. Third down and 5 upcoming. Puts Paxton back to even on the day. He's had 3 negative runs. That is first positive, and from -5 to no yards. They'll give him an extra one, so I guess from -5 to +1. Clock down to 6:35. Here in Riverton. Echeverria in at left outside linebacker, coming in from the sidelines. Shotgun form for Paxton. Hands off fake, and quarterback keeper, he loses his footing though and gets back to just the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 5 coming up. Bryson Davis credited with the tackle, and punt team coming out. Kendall Cummings, the sophomore Red Devil, being sent in as a backup punt return man. That looks like Evanston has finally pulled, or finally starting to pull the starters as they can. Good kick up by Yeltes, and Cummings lets it go. I don't know if he touched it. I don't think he did. I think as it rolls inside the 20 and inside the 15 down at the 11, Evanston will take over with a lot of field and a few first downs here. Could run the clock out for a good. 5:36 left in the game. 48-8, the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 9:32, the time on the clock. We will keep it right here. And Sheridan's winning streak is over. Well, not officially yet, but well on its way in the fourth quarter. Natrona leading Sheridan 34-7. Thunder Basin over East 34-11. Kelly Walsh beating South 41-15. Campbell County losing another game. I think I said 13th straight loss. 50-0. Rock Springs over Central in 2 overtimes. Rock Springs winning it 14-8. David Baxter out as quarterback for the Devils. Looks like Rodriguez, the tailback, and no, that's not Rodriguez. That's a new guy in. See if I can get a read on that. Is that Jamin Barker? Oh, 32. It's Kendall Cummings, the backer, getting a gain of 2 yards. So full second unit in for Evanston. 5:10 and counting. Double check to make sure that is Cummings back there. Yes, it is. That's number 32 indeed. Tailback is Jagger Mitchell, number 40. And he gets the handoff straight up the middle and goes nowhere with it. Loss of yardage. And bring him back for a loss of 2 yards to the 10. Third down and 11 yards to go. They just give them a negative 1 yard gain. Third down and 11. Evanston spreads it out. Baxter with 3 receivers to the far side and a handoff up the right side to number 41, Gabe Morris. Good gain, but short of first down territory. Punt unit coming out with under 4 minutes to play. Morris a gain of 6. And I have run out of spots too. I'm going to have to make another running back there. A ton of guys have touched the ball today. None of them better than Tyus Cornea, 273 yards on 28 carries. Cornea back out to the field, but this time as a punter. Punt returner is DeVries, and not a great pump by Tyus. DeVries and Lang back there, and Lang letting it go and roll to the 36, 35-yard line touchdown. 3:08 left. 40-point lead for the Evanston Devils. Two and a half hours and counting in the time for this contest. Most high school games ended about 2 hours. This one going certainly long, as every game has ended around us. We're the only ones still playing. 3:08 left. Paxton out to the near side and catch good. 8-yard gain by Dylan Lang. Stays in bounds. Second catch of the day for Lang, 18 yards. 2:45 left. Ball marked at the 44-yard line. This side of the 50. Pistol snap. Roll out to the right side. And a catch again. Good enough for a first down. About another 7-yard dump to the 49-yard line. Goes to Iba. And my eyes must have deceived me where that was. Marked 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. Shotgun snap. Paxton rolls outside. Pump fakes. Still on the run. Has a man coming in. Deep throw and just beyond the hands of his intended receiver. It looked like Draper down there. And no, that was DeVries. 4th down and 1 at the 49-yard line. Not the 41, the 44-yard line rather. Scoreboard is off. Clock stopped at 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Paxton awaiting the snap, handoff on 3rd down and 1. And Brock Hinkle pushes forward to the 48-yard line. Gain of 4 yards and a first down for Hinkle on his carry number 9. .45 yards on those 9 carries for Hinkle, average of 5 per. Under 2 minutes to go, 48-8. This game decided a long time ago, but just finally getting to its conclusion. Paxton throws out deep and way over his intended man. That was Brennan Ibaugh. We will go on air at 6:20 next week from Lander, as the Devils will look to improve to 3-0. Be the first time in quite some time. Getting to 2-0 is already sending it back a few years. Paxton takes the snap and stiff arms Davis, sends him to the ground, tucks it and runs out to the line of scrimmage and a little bit farther, pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Gain of 5, make it 4 on the play. .133 left on the clock. It's 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on the 47. Snap to Paxton. Rolls to the right. Turns and throws. Has a man beyond the marker. And cut in at the 36-yard line. And first down. Stop the clock one more time. Caught by Iba. Gain of 8. 94 yards for Paxton. Iba's second catch. And Paxton coming out of the game. Sure looked like number 14 was out. Yep. Looks like that's the day for Trayton Paxton. And a handoff down to the 31-yard line. Hinkle on the carry. 6-yard carry. New quarterback in, Damon. Game show, I got to hit the road and get headed home here tonight. Past the 30 down to the 29-yard line, Hinkle. Final carry of the day, 2 yards, 53 total on 11 carries for Hinkle. 10 seconds, 9, 8, and whistle blown. Maybe one more play, 4 seconds, 3 as they go to the line. Snap is off in time. They'll let it run. Here it is, the game. DeVries down over the head of Draper, and Evanston wins it to move to 2-0 on the season, 48-8. Their final on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
The first school in Evanston opened in 1870 with 8 students. Since the very beginning, excellence in education has been the goal. Dedicated teachers and staff, board members, and community members have focused on student learning. The Uintah County School District No. 1 has graduated many young men and women who have gone on to be successful, productive citizens, parents, and leaders around the world. Our heritage continues today. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
The steel fabrication shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals, the public is always welcome, and contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment, and customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. From Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Welcome back here to Riverton one last time as the Evanston Red Devils do what they came to do, and that's win 48-8. 48-8 the final on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Run you through the stat keepers in just a bit, final stats, but first let's do your Red Devil recap. Week 2 of the season, and the Evanston Devils go up with a win number 2, move to 2-0 on the season. 2 touchdown passes by Seth Lloyd, 3 by Tyus Cornea, and a monstrous 225-yard, 3-touchdown first half by their senior tailback, Tyus Cornea, pushing to nearly 500 yards total in the first 2 weeks, and it was never in doubt. At the end of the first quarter, Evanston led 21-0. At the half, they were up 28-0. Angel Rodriguez made it 41-8 at the end of the third quarter, and then Rodriguez scored a second touchdown for the final points of the game. The lone score came on a 23-yard connection from Trayton Paxton to Trey Draper for Riverton. That was their lone score, and then the 2-point conversion subsequently was good. Evanston was nearly perfect from extra points. Pablo Escalante did miss one, but in the end it mattered very little. Again, Evanston wins 48-8 in Week 2 over Riverton and will take on Lander Valley next Friday here in Fremont County. And that is your Red Devil recap. Run you through the final stats right now. Again, 273 yards from Tyus Cornea, 3 touchdowns. Angel Rodriguez, a fine running day, 2 touchdowns on 7 carries, 52 total yards. And Seth Lloyd, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns for him, no interceptions, although a close scare in the first quarter. Pablo Escalante, 37 yards. 33 yards on 5 carries. Receivers today, Cody Smith with a touchdown, his second of the year, 4 receptions for 25 yards total. Rigdon Wagstaff, 1 catch for a yard. Chris Perriman, 2 catches for 22 yards and a touchdown. Let's see, is that all of your pass catch for the day? And then Angel Rodriguez with 1 26-yard catch as well. Kendall Cummings got some time. Jose Echeverria got some time carrying the ball. Jagger Mitchell got a carry, and Gabe Morris got a carry as well. Ton of guys getting playing time in the second half, both defensively and offensively. Again, I don't see Coach Fackrell. I think they're ready to get out of here just as we are, so we are going to cut that postgame short right here. Again, final score 48-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game winner and winner of those 2 tickets to Aspen Cinemas, courtesy of Dr. McKay Frankham. You got to go there to pick them up. Tyus Cornea, 270-plus yards and 3 scores. That'll win you 2 tickets to Aspen Cinema, courtesy of Dr. McKay Frankham. I'm Jake Hibbert. Thanks for listening. We'll be back at 6:20 p.m. at Fremont County next week for the Evanston Devils to take on the Lander Valley Tigers on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil football on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Red Devil Football. This has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. Check out mylocalradio.com for more live and archived games from Evanston and the surrounding area. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.